We do set trends and somewhat pretty trends, pretty ones. Not no shit like Coogee tops and shit like that. We set trends, dude. We holler. You know what I mean? After me, it's gonna be someone else to take over holler.
Get it? Text a message, I don't know the number. Flexing on these niggas, every bone and muscle. Steady taking shots, never hurting them. Even then, y'all don't worry nothing. And I like to give a shout out to my niggas with the game plan. And shout outs on my niggas with escape plans. 20 bands, rain dance. We can either rain check or we can make plans. Pockets loaded, rocket loaded, can't let's rock and roll this. Time to go, lock, stock, and two smoking barrels locked and loaded. Diamonds glowing, chop climbing on them. You think I'm jumping out the window, how I got them open. Line around the corner, line them up the block and over. Sometimes I even stop the smoking when it's time to focus. My shade, Dior, my pants, velour. Create, explore, expand, concord. I came, I saw, I came, I saw. I praise the Lord, then break the law. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. I came, I saw, I came, I saw. I praise the Lord, then break the law. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. Yeah, I sold the pack, the loose, the hard. Yeah, I listen to X, I beat the bars. Yeah, the snakes, the rats, the cats, the dogs, the games, a trap, protect your heart. Yeah, I waited in line, return, refine the new design. It's time to shine, to shine, to shine, to shine, to shine. I hustle, I flex, the world is mine. So please believe, allow degrees. These niggas, disease, don't speak, we squeeze. I make the devil go weak, the knees. You hate, you're lame, you lost. I came, I saw, I came, I saw. I praise the Lord, then break the law. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. I came, I saw, I came, I saw. I praise the Lord, then break the law. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. She came, I came, now what's my name? My chain, my pants with the chain. They know it's me, the hat and the shades. They heard my voice and they ran to the stage. My vans, my braids, my mans, my babe, my girls, my ex, my hoes that I left. You wait, I step out the car, that's a flex. Get thanks, get fresh, raise the love, then finesse. Bless. I came, I saw, I came, I saw. I praise the Lord, then break the law. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. I came, I saw, I came, I saw. I praise the Lord, then break the law. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours.
Oh, we got a whole lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about a number of crimes that have been committed. Then we're going to talk about this Taz and Nylah and why everybody hates Taz and Nylah. I want to talk to some of the supporters of Taz and Nylah and some of the haters of Taz and Nylah, because there's a lot of rumors going out there. I don't know what to believe, but I got one more song to play before we get right to it.
Nah, it's good, beloved. Slap over that, beloved. Primo, I see you. I'll be home soon, God. Peace to the God. Don't sleep on the boss, dog. People fail. Witness, on my way, bro. That's what
Hold up and analyze. Come on, get some. Listen close as I prove my point. We do our thing, son. Hold up and analyze. Come on, get some. Listen close as I prove my point.
solid than they are. Me and Hit Boy, they say we like the new Gangstar. Me and Flacco, they say we the new wave guards. Shout to Max B, he could be home any day, God.
Wake up out the bed, scruffy sparking my J. Shine my nickel plated, then I'm starting my day. My old lady called me baby, told apart in my age. 12 shells in the gauge, like a carton of eggs. We on home like every carbon chromosomes on my conscience. Here's a nigga talking nonsense, call them nasty Nostradamus. Rock the pearls and diamonds, break the promise, break the wallets, break a heart and break a pocket. Taking notes like guidance counselor. Aristocrats like the chancellor, the answer to the panhandlers. The corners with the mans is up, the jig is up, the scams is up. Yeah, they hands is up, looking in the crowd, yeah. Trying to fuck the world, but my pants still on. Best to all my G's before we rest in peace, cause we sure to rest in peace. The rest is set, the record set as soon as I release. The rumors be I'm on the streets with no security. They know a nigga overseas. Kinda swag that's passed from your mom and dad. Pride of bags, and we cheesing on them Calvin ads. Mighty peep the billboards 50 feet when out in traffic. Staring at a nigga picture, shit, you bound to crash.
No comparison, we more solid than they are. Me and Hit Boy, they say we like the new Gangstar. Me and Flacco, they say we the new wave guards. Shout to Max B, he could be home any day, God.
Hold up and analyze.
ASAP Mob got mass appeal.
Come on, get some.
Call the nasty niggas hit the lick like.
Wake up out the bed, wrap my do-rag up. Say a prayer, I'm thanking God that Mom Dukes had us. Monotone style like Guru on Supremo cuts. Crew neck by McQueen go nuts. Jewels over my white hoodie like Juvie and 9-8. It's movies that I make, Peruvian white flake. It taught the community at a high rate. Adversity I face, I roll my own gas to make sure that it's not laced. Damn, I used to hit the block hoping they see me. Watching video music box, sitting close to the TV. I was inspired by Houdini and Cool G. Got my first pair of J's, thought I was 2-3. Air. Invest in all my G's before we rest in peace, cause we sure to rest in peace. My shorty is a piece of mine, a dime piece. I might buy you a piece of property. You might have had some joints, but ain't nothing like me and Rocky seen. No comparison, we more solid than they are. Me and Hit Boy, they say we like the new Gangstar. Me and Flacco, they say we the new wave guards. Shout to Max B, he could be home any day, God.
Come on, get some.
ASAP Mob got mass appeal.
We do our things. Listen close as I prove my point.
And what's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Y'all know who it is. It is your boy, the Grandmaster Troll Show, here to give you guys some good trolling content today. For some reason, my green screen is not acting up the way I want it to. Let's see if that'll be a little bit better. Okay, so I got the green screen coming in. I think over tonight I'm going to set up some new scenes so it has a different look to it, but it's actually working. It took me an hour just to get it nice and clear with no blemishes. Let's see who we got in the chat. We had Brother Ray come through, $5 on the super chat, and Dion Davis says, "What's good, GMT?" You know what they say. Every time GMT goes live, a manosphere man goes blue pill and bows down to women as a whole. But we got a whole lot to talk about today. We got to talk about the individuals that's behind me today. We got to talk about the content creators who are forming up like Voltron to try and expose and take down Nylah and Taz. There's a lot of rumors out there, a lot of stuff that's being said. We're also going to talk about the many black faces of black criminality, because we are at DEFCON 5 when it comes to criminals in the community. The things I'm seeing on the news, the things that I'm hearing, I can't believe. You know, I had to play ASAP Rocky because we got another Negro, another face of black criminality. This is the problem I have with you Negroes. We put money in your pocket. We give you attention. We give you platforms. People line up and to listen to you guys rap. We even give you one of the most baddest and most beautiful women, known as Rihanna. We will make the baddest of women be your baby mama. And you still out here in the streets shooting people. What is it gonna take to get you Negroes to get some get right? See, we got somebody by the name of RBAB Reggie. Says someone registered BGSitmore.com. GNT is your boy Gino at it again. It's all news to me. I have no idea. I have no idea who registered BGSitmore.com. It wasn't me. I can't say if it was Gina or not because I have no idea. It is news to me. But back to ASAP Rocky. What is it going to take to get Negroes to stop shooting people, to stop robbing people, to stop committing crimes? What is it going to take? I mean, we have literally put money in your pocket. We done made you famous. We gave you millions of followers. The baddest of the baddest to be y'all, to be your baby mama, and you still, they still out here. We got Baller X, we got Rollo in the building, we got Black Male First in the building. I mean, I just don't know what is it gonna take to get you Negroes to stop committing crime. And we talking black folk, we talking, hold on, we talking, see if I get this right here, we talking kin folks on TV just committing all of these crimes. I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, you got people, you got other kin folk who don't commit crimes, who are trying to make something of themselves. They have to move far away from you so they won't be victims of your crimes. This is how bad it has got. In fact, we're gonna review this one video right here. Let's see if I can pull this video up, because we talk about the faces of black criminality and why kinfolk have become the faces of black criminality. It all starts right here. We got a wild, aggressive chase involving 3 reported Grand Theft Auto suspects in Santa Clarita, California. We are talking 7.8 million views. You Negroes are going viral committing crimes. That's right. You guys are going viral to the tune of 7 times over. And I'm going to sit here, I'm going to watch you Negroes and see how y'all conduct yourself on this high-speed chase. I'm going to break it down because I'm going to get y'all Negroes to stop committing crimes one way or another. So what we're going to do is we're going to shame, blame, and explain and give advice to the young folks out there who have clean backgrounds, who haven't committed a crime. And we're going to give you pointers, but first, we got to look at these Negroes right here.
Out of the vehicle, now running for it. There comes another passenger out of the back seat. These kids are struggling, and look at this. He's getting back in the vehicle. Stop
the show right there. We're not even 10 seconds in the video. Now, I understand some of you Negroes, you know, your friend, he gonna come pick you up in the car, and there'll be some times where you don't know if that car is stolen or not. But when you find yourselves in this situation right here, in a stolen car, police is chasing you, the best thing you can do is just go to the ground, put your hands in the air, let the police take you in, and you can explain to the police officer that you had no idea that the car was stolen and the dude was about to do what he's about to do. But let's look at what these Negroes do. They know the police is on them. They got the birds over top. What are these Negroes gonna do?
Out of the vehicle.
One dude gets out of the car. He took off running.
Now running for it. There comes another passenger.
The other dude thought about running, and when he saw that he wasn't going to get away, he got a choice to make. Now, what this video doesn't show is the other Negro, when he was in the car, he actually, while the car was moving, see, this is the problem with these Negroes, because they think life is Grand Theft Auto. That's exactly what I think. All you Negroes out here, you know, you played Grand Theft Auto 3, and then Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and then when Grand Theft Auto San Andreas came out, and they put them niggas in that video game. Oh, y'all Negroes lost y'all mind. Y'all out here gang. But back to the other brother in the blue shorts, white top. He actually jumped out of the moving vehicle and almost got himself killed. He pressed the triangle button on the controller, or the Y button if you play Xbox, and he jumped out of a car that was at least doing 30 miles per hour. Could have killed himself. But so y'all out here, y'all got 4 stars. Since you got the bird on top of you guys, you already got 4 stars. So we got dude right here. He don't know if he want to run, if he want to surrender, or if he want to get back in the car. So we got to go through all the options. Whether if you run, surrender, or get in the car. See, if you surrender, possibly we could just, hit you with Grand Theft Auto. You may get a little bit of probation, depending on if you got a clean record. You may get off with community service if you just surrender. If you surrender, the white man will work with you. The white man will work with you if you just give up or if you surrender. If you choose to run like the other dude, well, now you're fleeing and abetting, you're doing this, the police gotta come chase you, they gonna put the dogs on you. If you reach for something or if it look like you got a weapon on you, they can kill you. If you decide to get in the car and drive, or get in the car and be a passenger, you could get killed in a high-speed chase. If the driver crashes into somebody and he kills somebody, you could go down as an accomplice to murder. I mean, if you get in that car, not only are you putting your life in danger, but you're putting everybody's life in danger. When you get in the car and you do the race and you try to hit the dash, you try to get your TK on, and you in the passenger seat where you have no control. The dude who driving, he ain't been to driving school, and he gonna push that Cadillac to its limits. I'm not sure if that's the dice game you want to be playing in, black man. But this dude right here, we're going to go ahead and play it. Look at the decision your boy made.
Out of the back seat, these kids are struggling, and look.
Oh, he almost got left, but he get back in the car. He want to be on Fox News, ABC 7, CBS News. He want to be the headline to the 10 o'clock at night news show, doing a high-speed chase. He want to go viral.
Get this. He's getting back in the vehicle. Another one back in the vehicle, and finally, CHP in the pursuit now, right behind. Is that CHP or Sheriff's? Yeah, CHP right behind him here. We're going to forget about that one passenger, but we now know of the driver and at least one other passenger. These were young men that jumped out of that vehicle, and now the pursuit continues through the Santa Clarita Valley. Guys, this is very, very dangerous.
Extremely dangerous.
Right, considered armed, all three of them, so that's a very dangerous situation there, and just the way he's driving through.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, into oncoming lanes of traffic, going the wrong way now. Jump that median.
Stop the show. Now the dude who you got the car with, who you gonna run, he gonna drive going the wrong way to try and get away from the police. You see how dumb these Negroes are? They are literally playing Grand Theft Auto real life, but they don't understand you don't have a health bar where if you get shot or if you get in a car accident and your health bar in Grand Theft Auto goes from 100 to 20 and you're still able to run or walk. See, in real life, real bullets hurt when you get in the car crashes. You know, you can break an arm and break a leg, and you can't just walk that off like you do in a video game. But now these Negroes, the driver is wrong way. Passenger got him, he gonna put his life in this dumb Negro's hands. And look at what he doing. I would have loved to been to fly in that car to see what them Negroes was doing, what them Negroes was saying. Because this right here is pretty ridiculous.
And he is continuing the wrong way on Valencia Boulevard, approaching Railroad Avenue.
Look at that. Now we got oncoming traffic coming. You see the position you put yourselves in, black man? You driving wrong way. Now oncoming traffic is coming.
Look at this, continuing with LAP. Look.
Ooh, you slew. Look at your boy. Your boy is that close. Your boy is that close from killing somebody or even killing somebody in the vehicle with his friends who he done stole the car from. You see the position y'all Negroes put yourselves in? I mean, you could have been anything in the world, doing something constructive. You could be studying. You could be starting a business. You could be reading a book, trying to gain some knowledge. But what are kinfolk doing? They are out here doing the race and are coming within a few feet from having life-altering events happen. This is what Negroes is doing.
Look at this. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness.
That was close.
A near head-on collision. Very, very close. A very close call there. One of several that we've seen here. And it's just getting more and more aggressive by the second. At least he's going the right way now, but showing no signs of slowing down.
Not at all.
And I think about that guy who jumped out of the vehicle, and then now he jumped back in the vehicle, and how did he change his destiny when it comes to how this thing is going to play out? It's so dangerous the way they're driving right now. If they are insistent on continuing this is not going to end in a good way. It's going to be a tragedy.
Yeah, I think he saw an opportunity to drop his buddies off, and then the one kid saw the cop pulling up behind him, and he figured, let me just get back in the vehicle. That's what it seems like happened there, but they have no chance of getting away after this. I mean, this is absolutely a dangerous pursuit that law enforcement just can't let this go.
They got
this
the
has to come
birds
to a
on
stop
them.
immediately. So you're going to see this entire area flooded with black and whites here within the next few minutes as he continues now through this parking lot and now coming back out the other side, back onto Valencia Boulevard, getting around that traffic. Soledad, and what was that? Bouquet Canyon and Soledad, got it. So he's on Bouquet Canyon now, off of Soledad, continuing westbound away from Magic Mountain.
All right, so he's flying down in Santa Clarita right now. Luckily, though, and I'm not familiar with the traffic patterns in Santa Clarita, but these roads look wide open. The dangerous part of that is he could really open up the speed and get moving on this vehicle that, again, I'll reemphasize, it's going to be really hard to stop if it has to.
Yeah, the further away he gets from the 5, you can see traffic is a lot less. Opens up the road, as you mentioned, but at the same time, there's just enough traffic in the way here to really get somebody hurt, especially if it continues driving like this, blowing through red lights. And if I really hope we don't see him get back into oncoming lanes of traffic. He jumped over that median without any hesitation whatsoever, and you saw just how close he came to another head-on collision. But at least he's back going he's going eastbound on Soledad, and now making a left turn into what appears to be an apartment complex or a condominium. A U-turn through the entrance there. Now okay, he's going in circles. He's really toying with this officer here, just doing a circle around this group of cars, and he's into this apartment complex now, which I think leads him to a dead end. We'll widen out just a second and see if that's the case. You can see LAPD with their airship overhead, California Highway Patrol on the ground down there, now face to face with this CHP officer. He's going for a run. They're both jumping out. Driver and passenger jumping out of the vehicle, running through this apartment complex. Unfortunately, only that one officer that we saw here. Not sure if they're familiar with this complex, if they live in this area, no idea, but in any event.
Stop the show. We gotta stop the show right here. This is the problem. This is the problem with you Negroes. It's obviously you didn't plan a future for yourself. But when you go out in these streets and you commit these crimes, you don't even plan out these crimes. You don't know where you're going. You don't know where to hide. We got a young brother right here. He gets out of the car. They start running. He on his cell phone. Your man's is on his cell phone right here. Don't tell me you was another one of these new dumb Negroes who's on Instagram Live chasing clout. Don't tell me you was on your phone on Instagram Live with a couple of hundred people watching, talking about you doing the race. Tell me you on the phone, you know somebody in the apartment complex, and you trying to hide somewhere. See, this is the problem with these dumb ass Negroes. They don't understand. When they got the birds in the sky on you, you won't be able to hide. Them cameras got 4K, 8K, 20K. They got 1000x times zoom. They got night vision. They got infrared. They got body heat seeking. I mean, the police is equipped to the 9, and you think you gonna do something with that cell phone in your hand, huh? You think one of the buddies you call on your cell phone is gonna be able to hide you somewhere? It don't work that way. See, these Negroes, they don't think. You are not going to get away. Stop running from the police.
They're running through here on private property, waiting for more deputies to arrive on scene. I'm not sure that one CHP cruiser is going to be able to catch up with them here, but they are continuing to race through these condos here in Santa Clarita. We'll see where this takes them.
All right. Sorry, go ahead, Giovanna.
Just Chris Christie. This is Giovanna Lotta, and alongside Mark Brown. We're joining you now. And what a wild pursuit. These guys are driving, or have been driving, so dangerously, and now we are looking at them running through this complex, putting the people who live here likely in danger.
That's right. Trying to get the name of this apartment complex one more time. But the good news is that LAPD still has their airship overhead. He's able to call out the location and get those officers, even though this is a mutual aid situation. They're going to get the LA County Sheriff's Department involved here as they scale these fences, jumping through backyards, zigzagging their way through this apartment complex. It's now been several minutes since they've lost that initial pursuing officer. Look at this, hiding in the bushes now, looking for any nook or cranny to hide out, thinking they might be able to get away with this. These are two suspects jumping out of the vehicle, the moving vehicle, earlier in the pursuit, and now these two looking for a hiding spot. But they have just way too many eyes on them at this point, guys.
Yeah, you know, if we can see them, we know the sheriffs can see them, and the LAPD can see them, at least from their airship. They're not getting away. Can you give me some a sense of the location here? We know it's Santa Clarita, and it's
wait a minute. Let's stop the show. Let's back it up, because I know I can't be seeing what I think I'm seeing.
Of the location here. We know it's Santa Clarita, and it's
You mean to tell me, old boy, who planned himself to run away from the police, he's gonna run away from police with sliders on? That's right, your boy is wearing sandals. This is how smart these Negroes are. They know they're gonna have to run away from the police. They know they're gonna have to sprint. They know they're gonna have to climb fences, duck through bushes. And your boy doesn't even have the intelligence to put a decent pair of sneakers or running shoes on. Not to mention that when they got out of the car, they didn't even split up. They're gonna stay together. Your boy is gonna they don't even split up. They're gonna hide and go in the exact same place, knowing the birds is up. This is how smart Negroes are. This is how smart these Negroes are.
a volatile situation. Here's the problem. If you live in this area, they've gone through backyards, and they're going to look to see if there's any open or unlocked doors. If you live here, yep. Lock your doors immediately. Lock your doors just as soon as you can. There are two people armed, possibly armed, thought to have been armed, who are now running around in your neighborhood, going through backyards.
One more time, Jay. Yeah, that's right, Mark. Trying to get across street here. We're just off of Soledad Canyon Road, and again, trying to.
You see how that 1000x zoom camera was able to spot them. You see that they had the camera had momentarily lost them right here. It had momentarily lost them right
just
here.
As soon as you can. There are two people armed, possibly armed.
So the camera zoomed out.
Have been armed, who are now running around in your.
The camera's still looking for him right now.
Neighborhood, going through backyards.
Oh, and then you see him right over there. You see him over there to the left. And the dude who's operating the camera said, oh, there they are right there.
One more time, Jay.
And he just put that camera right back home.
Here. We're just off of Soledad Canyon Road. And again, trying to get an exact location. Thank you for that, Jay. Yeah, they're moving towards this pool area. It looks like a pretty big apartment complex. They're on the rear side of it now, just looking for a spot to hide out. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you the name of this side street that they're coming up on. Actually, looks like more of a bike path potentially behind the apartment complex.
Oh, look, there's people there. There's folks there.
Look at this. They're now approaching the pool.
You see? Now y'all in white folk neighborhood. You got white folks trying to enjoy their day in the pool, and you bring your Muppet butt over there with all these police, all these helicopters, just messing up white people. See, we can't take y'all Negroes nowhere. We can't take y'all to Santa Clarita in the best of neighborhoods. All you gotta do is get you a job, work hard, and you too could live like these rich white folks. But instead of doing that, you out here stealing cars, you're running from the police, doing high-speed chase. Now you're becoming a public nuisance. This is what Negroes is doing right here.
Pool with people in the pool, people enjoying their Wednesday afternoon, and these two are just running right along the.
Look at that. They got little kids swimming in the pool. Everybody afraid. Everybody terrified.
Pool deck, looking for a hiding spot. We have to remind you, these two are believed to be armed. As they run through here, they're believed to be armed Grand Theft Auto suspects that now pose
and now they're
danger
surrendering
to this community, but apparently they see law enforcement within their line of sight here.
Look at that. The police just walked y'all down. The police walked y'all down that quick, and y'all gave up and quit that easily. You guys quit that easily. I mean, to have Negroes out here doing all of this, ripping and running, stealing cars, going 100 miles per hour in an SUV, driving on the wrong side of the road. You're ducking and jumping in people's backyards, and the minute police is within 30 feet, you give up. Now you give up.
There's the officers with their guns drawn, approaching the suspects. Thankfully, appears they're finally giving up.
One LAPD, one LA County Sheriff deputy, both approaching these suspects with guns drawn. They immediately drop to the ground. That's the good news. The people in the pool, there was looked like a little girl getting a swimming lesson out there.
Yes, it did appear that way.
They've all cleared the pool. They're out. Everybody's out of harm's way. The little kid being hustled away. Everybody leaving. So they are out of harm's way. No shots have been fired. Those suspects proned out, now following the orders of the two law enforcement officers from two different agencies who have managed to stop them. This is off Soledad Canyon Road. And we're going to try to get the cross street or that bike path that's nearby. There's a wash that runs back behind it.
Yes, Kurt just came in here and he said he's very familiar with Santa Clarita and told us that it's a bike path that runs along the wash there. But what a relief. I've been so tense watching this. It was just so dangerous how fast they were driving on those roads, going against oncoming traffic, jumping onto sidewalks, zigzagging through cars, and at very high speeds. I really believe something bad.
Look at your boy jump.
Thankfully,
look at your boy jump out of the car like it's Grand Theft Auto. Look at your boy hit the triangle button right here in this SUV right here. Look at it.
Jumping onto sidewalks, zigzagging through cars, and at very high speeds. I really believe something.
Your boy done jumped out of the car and rolled over. Look at your boy right there. He said, let me out of this car right now. I don't know what y'all Negroes doing, but I'm jumping out this motherfucking car right here.
This would end bad.
He didn't care if he broke a leg, broke an arm, got some scratches and bruises. He said, let me get out this car.
And thankfully, these guys surrendered.
And then he took off running. Other dude right here waits for the car to stop.
Surrendered and no one was hurt.
Your boy was in them slides. Your boy was in them sliders. He was in them sandals. No, he wasn't running as fast as he thought he would. Police was closing back in. He said, damn. Any day to wear tennis shoes would have been today, but I'm out here in these slides. He said, damn, that other dude, he gone. He gone. The dude with the sliders, he running like he in quicksand. He felt the police closing in on him.
You saw earlier.
You're right about that. And just
turned around and said, let me get back in this car. If I get in this car, I think I got a better chance. Then he said, don't leave me, man, don't leave me.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, no, I was just going to clarify. This is the Villa Metro apartment complex. They're right behind the main clubhouse. It's a huge apartment complex or housing complex here in Santa Clarita, right along Soledad Canyon. But it's called the Villa Metro, is where this all ended up.
All right, that's where that ended.
Then your other boy, he ain't got no shirt up under his jacket. I mean, they got y'all Negroes out here looking bad. This is bad right here. This is bad right here. Wednesday evening, rush hour traffic. People swimming in pools, kids having swimming lessons, and you out here stealing cars and going on a high-speed chase. This is bad right here. This is bad. You cannot put this on tape. Now they're going to have your mug shot. They're going to put it, they're going to put it on BeenVerified.com. And if you come to the Black Manosphere talking about a BW made you do it, or how hard BWs have been in your life, have been holding you back, I'm gonna go on BeenVerified.com. I'm gonna find your mugshot, and I'm gonna find this high-speed chase. And I'm gonna ask you, what did a BW have to do with this day right here? And as we seen from all the mug shots I got, believe me, once I get my OBS set up with this green screen, I'm gonna take all y'all Negroes mug shots, and we are gonna do the black faces of criminality. And I'm gonna collect 1,000 mug shots of you Negroes committing these crimes, because this right here is unacceptable. There's no excuse for this. But if you thought this was bad, oh no, GMT got something even worse. Let's see if I could pull this up right here. I got something even worse to show you Negroes. I mean, because the criminality in the community, it's reached an all-time level. We got this story right here. 51-year-old security man pulled up in a GMC Cadillac Escalade. Now, I know there's no such thing as a GMC Cadillac Escalade, but your boy, 51 years old, he been working hard, he got him a job, he out here trying to provide for him and his family. He pulls up, and when you living around these savages, I tell y'all every day, when you leave your front door and you put your key in and you lock it, you gotta check your blind spots. When you park your car, right, if you at a restaurant, at work, grocery store, doctor's appointment, when you get out your car, you have got to check your blind spots, because your life is going good. You think you got another 20 years to live. You think you got another 40 years to live. You think you're going to get married and have some kids. At this moment, this gentleman who appears to be in good health, if you would have told him he had less than 10 seconds to live, knowing how great he felt stepping out of that SUV, he would not have believed you. But let's see what happened to this gentleman right here.
Tonight, after a man was gunned down in the light of day, the situation only got worse from there. Right now, Atlanta police need your help finding 5 people. You see him there on your screen. The shooter, a man who sat nearby as the man was killed, and 3 others who came up on the man's body and seemed to have stolen from him as he lay there on the ground. All of this happening on Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta.
And then right now, Jennifer, I'm going to walk our viewers through the video Atlanta police just released hours ago. It may be disturbing for some viewers, but it can hopefully help find the killer. This is 51-year-old Anthony Frazier, a security guard. He has no idea he has just 15 seconds left in the land of the living. He's an unfortunate target. It happened Monday in broad daylight at 387 Cleveland Avenue Southwest, just blocks from I-75. Watch closely as Frazier steps out of his SUV. There's a guy behind him in a black long-sleeve t-shirt, ball cap, and camouflage backpack. Police say without hesitation, Frazier is shot in the head. After gunning him down, the suspect appears to rifle through the victim's belongings. Investigators say this heartless criminal seems unfazed by who may be watching and continues to possibly take whatever he can. Do you recognize this guy? As he walks away, notice the witness who saw it all go down sitting on the curb. He didn't run as the unknown shooter walks by. He appears to acknowledge him. The witness sits there even after the suspect appears to drop a handgun. Then that witness walks by the victim, shaking his head. Before you know it, 3 more people show up, and one appears to possibly search Frazier too. Police want that cold-hearted killer off the street and want to talk to these potential witnesses as well. And right now, Crime Stoppers is offering a $2,000 reward for any information leading to an arrest.
Only your boy got gunned down broad daylight, and the only thing they could put up is a $2,000 reward. We had Tags exclusives. He says, I have a criminal record. Nylah does it. I'm live right now if anybody want to confront me about it. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. We're going to talk about the Nylah and Taz situation, but we got to talk about how your people do each other dirty. I mean, do each other dirty. I mean, after they seen dude gunned down said gentleman, the dude then gave the shooter a nod. He told him, he gave him one of these. Have a good day, sir. I mean, damn, he just shot somebody cold blood, and he have a good day. He then walked by the dead body, look, and all he could do was shake his head. He didn't call 911. He didn't try to render any medical aid. Let's go ahead and run this back. Let's run it back.
He appears to acknowledge him. The witness sits there even after the suspect appears to drop a handgun. Then that witness walks by the victim, shaking his head. Before you know it, 3 more people show up, and one appears to possibly search Frazier too.
They done ran through his pockets, saw something of value, and began to discuss, man, hey, you want to split this 2 ways? You want to split this 3 ways? I mean, this is what Negroes is doing. The Faith Factor says, I've been really following the chat. The Faith Factor says, this is what happens when the fathers abandon their kids. Dion Davis says, bruh, if you witness a man catch a body, are you going to have a conversation about sports with him? I mean, I gotta call him a homeless person, because only a homeless person would sit there, watch a man catch a body as he walks by, give him the, hey, have a good day, nod, then get up and walk in the direction of the dead body. Look at the dead body and just say, damn, shook his head, damn, they done caught you slipping today. They done caught you lacking today. And then some other Negroes see the body and run through the pockets, find something valuable, and discuss how they should split it up. This is what's happening in the community. These are the faces of black criminal These are the faces right here. We got ASAP Rocky. We got dudes stealing cars, going on high-speed chase, and we got cold-blooded murderers. And then we got scavengers who will scavenge the pockets. Who didn't scavenge the pockets of a dead man. Bill the Bunker says, nah, you know he was homeless because he didn't take a photo for IG. If he wasn't homeless, he would have acted the same but took a photo. They done ran your boys' pockets after they died. Didn't even think about calling 911. Just, what can I take? What can I get from this body? Took his money, probably took jewelry, probably took debit and credit cards. And then went to the mall and ran up a bag. Dang, I mean, the way kin folks is out here treating each other. It leaves a whole lot to be desired. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to talk about the main topic right here, because we got to talk about why everybody hates Nylah and Taz. Why does everybody hate Nylah and Taz? Well, who hates Nylah and Taz? Well, there's a couple of content creators making a lot of content, you know, saying they're exposing Taz and Nylah. Says they're gonna bring down Taz and Nylah. You got the Black Woman Sphere podcast. You got Ramil Amir. You got Red Supreme. You got The Honest Truth. You got Uncle Shug. Even my own Uncle Deacons of Defense. We got 6 content creators. And there's probably more. That's just all that I've seen. They are going at Taz and Nylah. All started with Black Woman Sphere, you know. The thing I find odd, you know, the thing I find interesting was when the Black Woman Spheres podcast, when she was friends with Nylah and Cynthia, and all this stuff was happening. No, she was on their panels, enjoying the conversations. Everything was good. She was even in the thumbnail title, "Who Gonna Check Us, Boo?" Snapping her hand, "Who gonna check us, boo?" You know, they puff out their lips, "Who gonna check us, boo?" Doing live streams, talking about everything going on. And then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, the relationship gets sour, turns sour. Now they're claiming they gave Nylah $20,000. They're saying Taz called them stupid. Isn't about BWE, Black Women Empowerment. She accused Nylah says of being arrested in Las Vegas for prostitution, but from what I've seen, didn't produce any paperwork, no charges, no paper trail of the crime. Even claimed, you know, Taz was living with some old white lady in a basement, and then Nylah says went to where Taz was at, and in this particular basement where Taz, and they're insinuating that Taz has some kind of romantic relationship with a white lady, and they had an affair in said basement. I mean, they are saying some of the most craziest things I ever heard of. It doesn't sound true. They really haven't provided the proof, but it's fair to ask. It's fair to ask. making all kind of allegations about scams. They're stealing money. They're homeless. Taz this, Taz that. Nylah this, Nylah that. I mean, a whole lot of dirty allegations. And then Nylah responded with even more allegations. Because we talking about the black faces of criminality. From, according to Nylah, she claims that the Black Woman Sphere podcast set up another BW to get shot and robbed with the help of some BMs. I mean, the allegations are so outrageous. I don't know what to believe. I didn't want to talk about it, but I got Negroes jumping up on my panel platform talking about when you gonna talk about Taz exclusives criminal record and Nylah's criminal record. I got people in my comment section, when you gonna talk about Taz exclusives and Nylah, all the crimes, the criminal record. If anybody has the biggest criminal record, it's Taz exclusives. And we all seen the criminal record, had some domestic violence charges. It had, a couple of weed charges, a couple of drug charges, even the kidnapping charge. I mean, there's a lot of crime, lot of charges, crimes, even some convictions on Taz exclusives crime record. All the stuff he was convicted of, he admits to. He admits to selling alcohol to minors in the undercover sting operation. When it came to the DV charges, I think he said he had spat on a woman in an argument or something. But the other DV charges with his baby mama, those aren't true. He even brought his baby mama on the platform, and his baby mama explained that she made up the accusations to, I guess, have some sort of control over Taz exclusives. All the things that the people in the black manosphere talk about when it comes to custody over the kids and when you're going through a breakup. And she said that's what she did. When it came to the kidnapping charges, Taz said, yeah, I was doing some fucked up shit. I kidnapped a couple of white boys. So Taz exclusive. He admits to all the convictions. He says, yeah, I did that. Or if you want to talk, we just see him drop a super chat. You could go ask him about his criminal record, and he'll set every charge straight. She says, according to Taz, Nylah doesn't have a criminal record. They try to show a picture that appears to be of a mug shot. I really don't know if that's Nylah. I really don't know if it's a real mug shot, but I challenge anybody in the chat room, if you know of Nylah says criminal record, if you could produce the paperwork to said criminal record, just drop it in the chat room. I'll pull it up and we could read the charges, we could read the convictions, we could read the arrest report. Now, Taz exclusives and Nylah says they aren't perfect, Nylah said that she came from millionaires, she came from royalty, and she was a millionaire, this, that, and the third. That doesn't appear to be true. There was even accusations of their moving with another YouTuber or somebody in the space who goes by the name Cass's Life, where Nylah says and Taz moved in, and according to Cass's Life through Black Women's Spheres podcast, Taz and Nylah used to fight and beat each other up. I don't know what to think about that, because if Taz and Nylah was over there, beating each other up, I'm sure Cass's life would have pulled out her cell phone. She would have recorded what was going on. She would have got audio. She would have got video. She would have called 911. I believe Taz Exclusive was on my platform, and he explained, as Real Gamer says, salute to GMT, appreciate the content. When Taz Exclusives came onto my platform, he explained that they moved in with this person, and this person, I guess, had a crush on Taz Exclusives and was trying to, you know, have an affair with Taz Exclusives, and Taz Exclusives said he wasn't having none of that. You know, he was faithful to his wife. And then when I asked him, I said, well, if she was having an affair or trying to get at you like that, why did you move into her house to put you and Nylah in that position? And Taz Exclusive said, we all knew what it was, but I'm a faithful man, so me having an affair against his wife, it's not a problem. I said, okay, that's the excuse. That's the reason they give. Can't fault them for that. Then you got people saying Taz Exclusives and Nylah, they're not really married. No, that's also a good question to ask, because like with other people in the manosphere who claim to be married, you know, we always ask for, you know, a marriage license. And let's say they didn't want to have a state-sanctioned marriage, we always ask for pictures of the wedding proceedings. No, we ask for the wedding cake. No, we ask to see the wedding gown, the groomsman suit, the bridesmaid. No, we always ask to see pictures, and from what I've seen on Google, I haven't seen wedding photos of Taz and Nylah. So if we hold the manosphere to that level, we gotta hold Taz Exclusives and Nylas to that level. So when they first came on the scene, we had no idea that they were in a relationship. And then I guess Uncle Suge had exposed that Nylah and Taz was in a relationship. Before that, you know, there were a lot of you thirsty Negroes. Y'all was in Nylah Says this DM. You was trying to get with Nylah. A couple of you sips, you know, was sending your check stubs trying to impress Nylah of how much money you Negroes was making. And then when you find out she was with Taz, instead of respecting their relationships and trying to find you a new love affair, y'all went harder going in the DMs, actually trying to break them up. Y'all was trying to say how y'all was a better man than Taz Exclusives, and how Nylah needs to drop Taz Exclusives so y'all could get with Nylah. I mean, a lot of stuff you Negroes have done, it's been well documented. Now, like I said, Taz and Nylah, you know, they aren't squeaky clean. You know, they talking about how Irene was married to a white man, and I guess Uncle Suge, he exposed some documents that suggest that Nylah Says was married to a white man. Black Woman Sphere podcast, she made the accusation that Taz Exclusive was living with a white woman. Then they exposed, or it was exposed, that Black Woman Sphere's podcast, according to her, she was married to a white man who was a millionaire. Somehow that relationship went awry. Somehow Nylah says marriage with that white man went awry. The marriage that Irene Yvette had with her white zaddy went awry. And all these people at once in their time, they are talking about divesting from the black community. It seems like these individuals have experienced quote unquote divesting, but they've all been divorced from their white counterpart. And we just gotta point out the hypocrisy on all individuals involved in this situation. I don't know what to believe. I have no idea I have no idea what to believe. There's a lot of accusations and rumors out there. Another reason why people hate on Nylah is they had claimed that Nylah had convinced Bayou Bunny to take out a loan to pay for some kind of medical procedure. And they claimed that Nylah had scammed Bayou Bunny. But it was never shown that Bayou Bunny actually gave money to Nylah. So if there hasn't been a money transaction, was somebody really scammed out of money? Then they said Taz and Nylah, first they said Nylah was in a wheelchair. And then she cammed up, and all of a sudden people saw that she wasn't in a wheelchair. Then they said Taz and Nylah were homeless, living out of a van. But we see Nylah cammed up what appears to be a home. We see Taz exclusives on Sonatter's platform, what appears to be a nice home. Then they said Taz exclusive, who's supposed to be homeless, somehow he went from Cleveland. Then after Cleveland, he went to Mexico. And then after Mexico, he was in Las Vegas at the blackjack table, supposedly cheating on Nylah with uppity unicorn. Let me go ahead and break it down to you. Get a homeless person who traveled from Cleveland to Mexico, then to Vegas, who's at the blackjack table. Let me say it again. He traveled thousands of miles and ended up in Vegas at the blackjack table, at the high rollers table, betting $500,000 a hand at blackjack, pulling bitches and cheating on Nylah. These are the crazy rumors that I'm hearing. I also heard about revenge porn. You know, they had uppity unicorns, huge. They had pictures of uppity unicorns, huge breasts, and they were selling them on Patreon. They had showed the pictures on Instagram. They said they had naked pictures of JV Dessalines, and they were showing her pictures of her nude and selling them on Patreon, and they called it revenge porn. And I'm sitting there. If somebody has naked pictures of you because you gave them out, and now you're upset that they're showing the whole world your naked pictures. You have nobody to blame but yourself. You have nobody to blame but yourself if your naked pictures, if your breastises, or if you taking pictures spread eagle with your JJ, if those pictures somehow get leaked onto the net, that's your fault because you took the picture and you gave away that picture. And once you gave away that picture, you have no control over where that picture goes or who sees that picture. But if you happen to have the nude photos of Uppity Unicorn and JV Dessalines, go ahead, send me the email so I can look at them. I can promise to you I won't show them. I just want to verify if those pictures exist or not, because I don't even know if those pictures exist. Those could be more lies that are being told. I mean, you got people making all these accusations. They don't even have to show receipts no more. You know, when I dox people, I show you their mugshots, I show you the charges, I show you where they live, and I show you where I got it from. But you got people saying we're arrested in Vegas for prostitution, and they don't even have to show no paperwork. People talking about revenge porn, and they don't even have to show the naked pictures on said person's platform. They don't even have screenshots of it. People could say somebody is homeless, and you could literally see them live in the flesh. I mean, somebody's got to explain to the Grandmaster Troll what the hell is going on. So I want to hear from either the Nylah Says and Taz exclusive haters, and I want to hear from the Taz and Nylah Says supporters. That's who I want to hear from. So if you guys want to come up and enjoy the show and fill me in as to what is going on, I will do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link real quick. Let me see if I could pin it to the top so I don't have to worry about dropping it again. Let's go ahead and pin the message. There we go. And I think we got one person waiting. Let me switch my window over. Let's see if we could bring said individual on. We have Azure Saint on the Grandmaster Troll show. Tell me what's on your mind.
All right, bonjour, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. So, you know, it's a lot of talk about Taz and Nylah. Like, well, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
That's a question for you. Like, what's going on? Like, with Taz and Nylah, like, what's all this talk about them?
I know they're getting exposed for, I guess, their criminal history. They're getting exposed because they're not really for black women empowerment. No, they also make the claim that Taz beats Nylah, and every time Taz beats Nylah, you know, he gets taller and taller. First he was 6'3", beating on Nylah, then he was 6'4", beating on Nylah, then he was 6'6", you know, a grown man beating on Nylah, and now he's 6'8", 8 and he beating on Nylah. Pretty soon, Taz is going to be 7 foot tall, and he gonna be. And the accusation is he gonna be beating on Nylah. I mean, and then Nylah gets on her platform, and she says Taz has never hit her.
Now, as far as I know, Taz was open about saying that he has a criminal record. That's as far as I know. But all the other shit, I'm not sure if I believe that. But I can't just like pick a side. I'm gonna have to do the research myself. So.
Okay. So would you? So do you consider yourself a Taz and Nylah supporter, a hater, or are you completely neutral? You just oblivious as to what is going on?
I'm completely neutral. I look at both sides. I don't just stick to one side. In order for me to like better understand people, I'm gonna have to like look at both sides. All right, because just looking at one side is like I don't learn anything from just one side. I have to look at other sides.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's what people need to learn. Like, can't just look at one side of the argument. You got to look at both. Because you don't learn as much looking at one side. All right.
Yeah, that's true. So you got anything else for us in regards to the topics or the videos that were shown earlier?
Well, does the whole Black Manosphere crap, is it relevant to this conversation? Because I like to get to that.
Is it relevant to the conversation?
Irrelevant.
Well, how many content creators of the Black Manosphere are associated with the Black Manosphere? How many of them have committed crimes?
Not that I know of. I can't really give you an answer to that. But I know, a majority of them are, douchebags.
Wait. So you mean you watched the GMT show and you have no idea who's committing crimes?
Well, not really. I don't really get on here on a regular basis because, I'm outside living the real world. I have a job, work, make money, and live my life.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and give you a small rundown of Manosphere content creators who have a well-known criminal record in the space. We'll start with somebody who I just did a video on, Donovan Sharp. Not only does he have a violent criminal record according to him, I wouldn't know because I haven't really looked up his criminal record, but he had an identity fraud case and a warrant out for his arrest for stealing the identity of his father, and that warrant was out for his arrest for close to 17 years before he paid off the debt that was owed due to said identity fraud case. We had Ramil Amir, possession of marijuana with the intent to sell, and also pimping of women. You had, who else did you have? You had Hardcore Tito, robbery, and also raping, sexual assaulting a 12-year-old when he was 17 years old. You had Glendon Cameron, DUI, and then one day on his channel, he admitted to having sex with underage girls, 16, 15, 14 years old. Sinful to P. I mean, he's got videos on YouTube of him being arrested for domestic violence charges, but he was also pimping a 14-year-old girl, and he got said 14-year-old girl pregnant. And then
God.
And then you had the angry man. We had terroristic threats, possession of marijuana, intent to sell, writing of bad checks. He had a domestic violence charge, which he denies, just to be fair. And some other small crimes that really aren't worth talking about. But there's a lot of people within the space who have criminal records, and there's some people within the space like Red Supreme. He says he has a criminal record, but I don't know what charges or anything because I haven't had the time or an injury to really look into it. But there's a lot of people who have criminal backgrounds in the space.
Oh shit! Damn, they're still not on, are they?
Yeah, they're on.
Oh, fuck me, damn. Shit, they ought to get off because you commit those kind of crimes. You don't even need to be on here.
So Don Kale, he says, what does BWE content? Where, when, how? He said, wait, who does BWE content? Well, I guess that's the new movement. That black women empowerment content is a new movement. But we got new panel participants. Let's go to Jalen and then Action Potential.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
About the Taz and Nylah thing, yeah, I saw the whole thing happen with Taz and Nylah. They had lost subscribers because of that incident with I don't know who those women are.
Okay. We had Hurry Up and Buy says dude is trolling. Hold on, somebody's gotta go on mute. I think that's Jalen.
Yeah, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
I couldn't hear y'all at first. I'm gonna make mine short because I have to say this: the coronavirus is over, so you can't sit on the internet and pretend like you got a career and got a job trying to get cash apps and all that to try to pretend you actually have intellect or somebody. For somebody like Taz, we gotta recognize he claimed to be from the hood. All right, so if you from the hood, you really live that street life. You 40, you survived that. You ain't making no changes in your life. We have to pay attention to the fact that he hid his wife when he came to YouTube. That's the first thing we got to establish. We didn't. The manosphere didn't come to Nylah. Nylah came to the manosphere. We got to establish that. She came looking for clout. She been doing this since she came here. They've been caught up in scandals since day one. You know they dishonest because what type of man gonna come on? He came on. What do you call himself? Pookie and Ray Ray or something like that. When the manosphere was challenging some of the hood behaviors, and though I was under that microscope, I fit the bill, whether I like it or not. I'm one of those thugs that need to get my shit together. So when we was having those original conversations, Taz didn't want to go ahead and bite that bullet. That you a Pookie and a Ray Ray just like me, cuz you need to change. You need to look in the mirror. So in the manosphere, people don't like to be called out when they're wrong the same way Obsidian them or some weirdos who probably don't need to procreate. Y'all got some issues, mentally ill, seriously. Thailand has Taz and Nylah frauds. Ain't no way I'm going nowhere and not telling you, hey, this is my wife you talking to. Taz allowed men to mac on his wife, cuss his wife out. My wife not allowed me. You out your mind. Can't no other man talk to her. I didn't witness Nylah talking to men 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning in a romantic tone of voice and the topic of discussion. And all I can ask is, what type of man are you? You let your gal get down like that? I mean, if you pimping, pimp on, player. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got to present yourself like a rational man and a father and things of that nature. If you've changed, show how you changed. I changed through the 5%. Nation of Islam, the Wapians, and more scientific of America. A lot of people disagree with that, but I have to wear that pro-blackity black label. I have to wear that. When you watching these young men run through the streets from the cops, hey man, I lived a messed up life. And usually for hardcore criminals, that's what we turn to. Luckily, I didn't have to go to a jail cell or a hospital bed to get there. We need to ask Taz, what got you to the point of your black consciousness? Or is it just a facade? Is it a way for you to make money? It turned me into a nurse. Studying from Dr. Malachi York, Dr. Ben Yakinen, just reading the different literature of ancient black history, it led me to understand I have a great mind, and I'm a nurse today. And if I turn my camera on, I'm enjoying my career. Is it a struggle going back to the hood and recognizing at some point I can't come back to the hood no more? I got to totally change. Yes, I got to change. Now, see, these are conversations that Taz ain't going to have because Taz never lived that life. Yeah, man, you selling CDs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dope boys don't sell CDs, nigga. We create rap artists with our dope money, bro. You getting caught up for giving liquor to minors and spitting on women, bro. That's the rap sheet of a goofy. First off, if you a true to life criminal, you don't get caught. Real criminals, the objective is to not get caught. If you got caught, you failed at being a criminal, cuz. You need to stop talking about how hood you are and then coming to us and showing us how you talk to white folks about how you stupid as fuck. In my hood, you get cut off for that. And I'm pretty sure in LA, because we crip hard, and we get a lot of our criminals from LA. You get, penalized for that. We can't give you no plugs and nothing. The white folks watching you, boy. We'll talk to you in a couple years. You got caught. Oh, you got goofy shit on your rap sheet? Oh, we handle you nothing. You gonna bring the whole gang down. So you gotta look at these dudes like Taz that get on the internet with their front and cap and shit, man. Get the fuck out of here. They on this YouTube because they need some money. And now that the economy is collapsing, and now we're gonna need people with real skills who are serious about their life, serious about what they're going in life. You got to get out here and get serious about what you're doing. And that YouTube Cash App money shit drying up. You see how the men on Spirit and Jump Ship? They played y'all niggas for 4-5 years. You sent them all their money. you got these dudes out here, man. They gone, man. You a clown. Y'all some clowns. The whole cat section, all y'all clowns. Because instead of worrying about yourself and getting your life together, you spend hours, days, months screaming and hollering. At the same time I was screaming and hollering, y'all was getting things done. So I'm going to get off of here and finish getting things done. If you had any common sense, you would know that these people are frauds. Ain't no more stimulus money out here. Y'all ain't got nothing to do. I'm a nurse. I can sit here on my ass. I make videos about me. I wipe ass for $50 an hour, but guess what? If I turn on this camera, I bet you I'm in a nursing facility. I bet you I'm getting paid $50 an hour while talking shit to you. So really, who's the one losing? I don't need no cash apps.
And that was Action Potential. He don't need no cash apps. We have a $5 super chat. Hold on, somebody's got to go on mute. Go on mute. Right. Go ahead, Jalen.
Man, you see what happened to the sisterhood, man. They already turned on him for no reason. The same women that had your back, now they gonna turn on you. Now look what happened to Taz.
Are you sure the sisterhood turned on him? Because
most of them did.
Because Taz is over there with close to 1,000 live viewers.
Man, I'm been knowing that now, but most of them turned on him.
Okay.
So, no, but most of them.
Okay, he says most of them turn over. Will Clinton says, well, I'm going to mute you real quick, Jalen. Will Clinton says Azure looks like a Negro who uses Pythagorean theorem to eat ass. He also said, if I could find it, Big J has a record for shoplifting Jergens lotion.
Wait, he said I'm the type of nigga to use Pythagorean theorem to eat ass?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's interesting.
Hold on, Grandmaster, I gotta address somebody in the chat room. Black Ram, you can eat my ass, bro. Get off my dick.
Now, why would you tell him something like that? Why would he tell him something like that? Let's see, is there any more?
That's my bro.
Honestly, I just laugh at it. I wouldn't even respond to it. But, it is what it is. It's just the internet. You can't do anything about it.
Hold on. I think I accidentally put somebody in timeout trying to scroll through the chat. I'm not sure who it was, but I apologize for that. Didn't want to do that. I think it was somebody with a wrench or Don. Didn't mean to put you in timeout. But are there any other Taz exclusives, haters or supporters in the chat who have something to say, who has information? Let's see. D Mode says Taz is too ghetto. He and Nylah seem to be two different people. He can't have a conversation without cussing. Let's see what should Bala X 2.0 be recording? Let's see. I think we got somebody else to join. Is that who I think it is? We got Giggin in the building. And Giggin is gone.
I don't care, record it. I don't care.
Let's see if we could take a stroll. Okay, we got somebody coming on.
Hello?
How you doing?
What's good? What's good?
What's good? Tell us what's on your mind.
I gotta say something to Jalen, man. What's up with you telling dudes to suck your ass, man? That ain't cool.
Man, I said that to a woman, bro. I ain't said nothing that to a dude, bro. Stop it. Stop it.
Sure? Alright.
Yeah, I'm sure I said it to women, bro. Not to a man, bro.
Okay. I'm just making sure, man.
How you doing, Gigan?
I ain't said anything that's gay, bro.
I thought you said that to a dude. Maybe I
I
was
said
wrong.
it to a woman, bro.
Who is it? Who is it then?
I don't know whoever that bitch said told me to show you can eat my ass. Whoever said that to a woman.
Oh shit.
All you bitches can eat my ass. Whoever said that to me.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
Hey, GMT.
Yes.
So you tell me this dude Taz is getting all the chicks. He out there getting all the ladies, and all these dudes still bitching about not getting on women.
That's what it sound like.
Damn.
That's what it sound like.
Ain't that? I don't think it's hard getting a chick off YouTube.
Yeah, they say Chaz is cheating on Nylah. He getting all the women.
Yeah. Well, Jalen, you got a chance, man. You can put your mackin in.
Hello.
We got Mela in the building. How are you?
I'm terrific, everybody.
Miss Mela.
Hi. I wanted to speak about the Rihanna baby daddy situation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in reference to Criminal Minds, what is it that anybody on the panel or in the chat can say it would take, if not $1 billion, to act right? Like, what is it gonna take? That is crazy. That man was covered, and he just chose to enact his previous criminal mindset of behavior. I'm not sure what this means for the black man. Like the reputation going around that there's no amount of money to incentivize a criminal-minded black man to act right. What are your thoughts?
I think there's a large population of men who can't control their emotions and think rationally when situations that involve criminality requires them to think in a rational way.
Could it be a situation where therapy is needed and they have to reconcile, their sense of a harmful past in order for them to go forward as a decent human being? I'm just trying to figure out what it takes.
It won't take therapy because there's a genre of music and a culture that encourages black men to commit crime.
So it's the music.
Not just the music, but the culture. This is why you see a lot of black men before they commit their crimes, they will actually listen to a hip hop song that illustrates the crime they're about to do and why they're doing it.
Yeah, I've studied about the hertz being changed from, I think, 432 to 440 in a way that was commercially orchestrated and targeted toward black-centered populations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because we all know that music instruments were originally tuned with that very peaceful 432 hertz tone, right? And then there came a time upon confirmed study evidence in scientific arenas where if you just amp it up a little bit, just change that tone just a little bit, it'll disrupt the natural vibration of peace in the black man. And so there was a tremendous effort to change that frequency to, like, I think 440 at least. They just amped it up just a little bit, just so black men who are, because you have melanin is your gift to have a natural vibration with creation. And the natural state of the black man is peace, because melanin allows you to vibrate peacefully as the true part of creation that is intended to exist. But when your vibration is thrown off with listening to something that is off-putting, next thing you know, you crazy out here. So yeah, I can agree that music that's targeted toward people of our look is disrupting their sense of peace, and next thing you know, they're doing crazy things. There's scientific evidence of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for answering my question. I was just wondering why Ace, that guy who has an ideal situation, because she actually could have done anything other than have a child with him. And I just hope he doesn't make her brand look bad. Like, she's worked so hard to establish herself, and I hope he's not one of those guys that's just gonna mess everything up. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Well, hold on. Let me read this cash app. Don Cato sent this a while ago. It just popped up on my phone. He says, "Hit me up for some OBS tips, bro. I will definitely hit you up for some tips." We got Big J on the line, but then another thing you gotta understand with ASAP Rocky. Not only does he rap a lot about a lot of crime, a lot of how these rappers get attention and clout, which leads to, I guess, more people buying and consuming their music, is you have to have an element of criminality that's even real. This is why you see some rappers, they will commit a crime, and when they come out of jail, they will rap about a crime that they just committed, and they will get a lot of love for making a song that got them locked up, and they will actually be able to make money for that song.
Well, let me say
that's crazy, because he doesn't even have to go through all that. Just take Prison Babe, for instance, the guy with the light eyes that married that white woman billionaire heiress. Like, he's not out there, trying to do extra. And I think it's because the environment that he's in is not surrounded by, these, adulterated versions of frequencies in music, otherwise known as rap music.
Wait. Mela, I gotta push back on what you just said, because I know that hip hop rap is a quote unquote black genre, right? Black African American genre, but those who listen more and buy more rap music are Caucasian. So you can't talk about frequencies among black men.
I can talk about frequencies. As a matter of fact, Big J,
let me finish my point.
there was.
Can I
You've
finish
heard
my
of
point?
standards, right? You've heard of standards.
Ma'am, can I finish my
Have you
point?
heard in music therapy? Have you heard of the standards? Have you heard of that in music therapy? Because you're telling me about what I can't say when
I
I
did.
have
Okay.
studied music therapy.
What I'm saying?
I'm
What I'm
sorry, music
saying.
theory, not therapy. Music theory.
I had took new music theory before. However,
Okay, so
let me
you know what the standards are, right?
Yeah, but let me finish my point.
Did you know there
So,
was a
by that logic, hold on, by the logic that like you have put out, Mello, by the logic that you have put out, therefore, though, the same activity would be the same on the other end, on the other people who's consuming the music more than
Oh, you
the
mean the meth
intended
heads?
target.
You talking about the meth heads? Oh yeah, they listening to it too.
Well, you're not. You know what? Big J is a contrarian. No, I don't. No, I don't like y'all's bullshit and rhetoric. That's what I don't like. You know.
Tell me
But
what the bullshit is.
no, I was talking to somebody in the chat room.
Oh, you
Yeah,
were referring to the chat room.
yeah, I
I
responded to
thought you
somebody.
were giving me pushback.
Yeah. I am because like you act like though rap music or hip hop was controlling black men's behavior, but yet nobody want to talk about the economics, the miseducation part. You know how certain things are being told. This idea, this
Okay, how do
nihilistic.
you explain, if you don't mind me asking, the stability of black families eroding outside of I'm talking about before crack hit New York, Jack City, or whatever that movie was called. I'm talking about before that movie that exposed like, oh my God, people on crack out here. I'm talking about, have you noticed how the stability of black families eroded during a particular era in which music transitioned? Do you
Yes,
notice that coincidence?
Because
Okay. All right.
because if we gonna talk about I'm gonna still say this: the gold shock of 1971 created black unemployment. Black unemployment skyrocketed from 1971 up until fairly recently, where and that's where you start seeing more and more the breakdown of the family, and nobody on and this shit and circle YouTube don't want to talk about it because they want to blame everything on the black woman, the black women, all that dumb shit instead of talking about the real issue. Keisha, quote unquote, is the symptom. She's not the disease for some of you manosphere nuts out there.
I was speaking to someone last night that we all know and love, and he was asking me specifically whether or not we on Black YouTube are being programmed to hate each other. And I took it back to, childhood incidents, right? But what someone who is more educated than myself emphasized is that notice the pattern of rhetoric, as you say, that has been propagandized within a certain period of time that emphasizes reasons why we should, quote unquote, hate one another. It is programming that's occurring on these platforms. And now you notice the difference between people when they introduce a live stream. Some of them, they introduce it with rap music, right? Those identify people who are out of their goddamn mind, if you don't mind me saying so. Okay, people that introduce rap music into like they just have to take a pause. Here comes the live stream, and there's a pause where they playing some kind of bombastic rap song, and then all of a sudden they talking all this hateful speech and making up terms that eventually catch on, that lead to simp, mammy, God, what's the other terms? Like all types of terms that would indicate that black families are not to be honored.
Mamela, then
There's some hateful folks
hold on,
listening to rap music out here. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Mamela, but by that logic, we have to blame Thank Good We Got 'Em, Good Times. The Good Times theme song then, because you got
Ain't
one
no stopping us now.
wait, hold on, because RBR doesn't play rap music, and there's a whole lot of hate going up in his platform 24/7. So what are you
He
talking
talks
about?
about he talks about the movies that emphasize negative images of black people. He talks about Boys in the Hood, and he talks about stories about. He talks about Ice Cube. Now, what do we know Ice Cube for? Okay, he talks about all the things that make black men look criminal.
Miller, how many times?
You're not gonna win this argument, Big J.
How many times? How many times, Miller? How many times, Miller? Does we have to hear part-time brother, part-time sister? This was a coon kigger and all that stupid ass bullshit. Now, come on now.
Don't watch the show.
We hear that 24/7.
There's this thing.
Hold on.
Oh, wait a minute. You asked me a question, then you gonna keep talking? Are you listening to rap music right now? Because what you just did didn't make any sense. You asked me a question, and then you kept talking. What's up with that?
Yeah, but I wasn't finishing what I was
saying.
Go
ahead, Big J.
Because if we
enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself.
If we're gonna go by that logic, I mean, RBR was driving through the state of Oklahoma with kilos in his trunk. But yet, are we?
So you came up here to gossip, right?
I'm sorry. I thought no. I'm sorry. This is not Reg the bad guy. We don't do gossip.
And Red the bad guy Junior.
So the thing is,
Red bad guy Junior.
Back to the point. Back to the point. No, the point is, using your logic to blame everyone on rap music. That's not really.
Are you trying to break the news?
That's not really a good argument, though, Miller. Is what I'm saying.
Anyway, we were discussing things that are scientifically based.
Yeah, but you saying,
and you want to bring up names to serve your interest?
Yeah, because
of gossip.
Because you said music makes people into criminal. I just
do you have any professional capacity about yourself whatsoever?
He doesn't.
No, I don't.
Okay, so you gossiping.
No, right? I'm not really gossiping.
Everybody gossip on you too. Big J got
you right about that. Big J logic though.
You're not introducing anything sensible to the fact that there has been. Wait a minute, I hear echo. What's up with that? Get your shit together.
Is this me?
Well, that's not even me.
That's probably Big J.
Big J, you got all the jerkin lotion? Big J, you need to stay away from the jerkin lotion, man. I heard you got that shit on.
Hey, you know what? How about
the jerkin lotion is held hostage by Big J. We looking for jerkin lotion, man.
Hold on.
Stay away from the cocoa butter.
Jalen, I don't know what's so funny. What's so funny with that joke? Because actually, I talk to women.
Big J been listening to rap music.
Whoa.
You don't talk to women, Jalen. So how the hell can you laugh at me about me getting Jergens when you don't talk to women at all?
Now, I don't either, brother. I don't either.
Well, no, you don't talk to women. When was the last time though women come to your fucking channel and try holler at you and shit? Oh, there we go again. Now back to.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
No, what we're talking about, you laughing at Bustin' Nuts Freeze comment. His stupid ass. Yeah, he busted nut on himself.
What's going on?
Hey, are you so happy? And this guy that's so happy that Queen Ma had his name on her titty. Come on. This is the same guy that said Angela, black woman's spirit voice is sexy. Oh, Angela, your voice make my dick so hard. This is the same guy. Get the fuck out of here.
You was busting nut on yourself. You always talking about jerking and shit. BJ, you must have some fucking gay ass fantasy shit. Come on, BJ, you.
Oh, they're cackling. They're cackling.
Yeah.
GMT, is there anything
That's a
that
good one.
you would like to
You got a
discuss?
better chance busting a nut on Queen Ma's titties than you.
It's not that funny, Jalen. It's not that funny. I don't know what you're I'm not even trying to be fun. I'm insulting the man.
Hold on.
But anyway,
I'm assaulting you too. And you had a. Do you need a?
I ain't probably be gay. Whoever said that in the chat room.
Your butterfingers.
Anyway, Mel, back to your point, Mel. I disagree with you on that in about that music. But you know what? You're right. Black YouTube does or say YouTube in general rather does create hate or push hate with some of the rhetoric. So I agree with you.
I think Giggin is the one that has. Wait a minute, somebody's. Okay, Jalen left. I don't know what that means.
Okay, but I do somewhat agree with you now. You know what? Come to think of Mela, I do agree with you now. I come to think of it, I do. Because we got a bunch of reading rainbows. They don't read. They just say they just regurgitate what somebody says.
We got AC Star. He says, "What's wrong with rap music? What's wrong with rap music is a lot of it is negative, and it's encouraging your fellow black men to commit crimes or live a lifestyle that isn't conducive to healthy living."
Every rap, they got so many different rap genres, man. You don't have to listen to no Chief Keef, none of these gangster rappers. You can listen to some positive rappers.
Including underground rap.
So name me some positive rappers who have achieved the success of those rappers who are rapping about ignorance, such as Chief Keef.
Kendrick, J. Cole, who else? That's the only two I could think of in my head.
So of all the rappers, you could only name 2.
Okay, let me see. Common. Okay, Common. You maybe Kanye West. Who else?
Immortal Technique.
Let me tell you something. Common. Listen, let me tell you something. Common is the biggest simp. Every time I see that nigga, I see the word simp. He did the bullshit with goddamn.
Where did you get the word simp from?
Drake, one of the biggest rappers. He ain't no gangster rapper.
No, when did we first hear that term simp? Where did it come from?
I don't know.
Sandman.
Me either.
Sandman.
The Godfather. Maybe
Sandman.
the Mac. Maybe the Mac movie.
My point is, it's no accident. Okay, it's no accident that words that project a negative connotation against healthy families is being, promoted regularly, and I think it's reinforced by the types of music that people listen to that also happens to correlate with anti-family, anti-healthy family initiatives. What's wrong with loving your wife? What's wrong with loving your husband? What's wrong with?
But Mela, have you ever heard the song "I shot that big bitch down"? You heard that song before?
Of course I haven't. That sounds ridiculous. That sounds crazy.
Yeah. No, hold on. The song was sang in 1969 in the Forson State Prison, and it was by Johnny Cash. A lot of those country songs back then talk about a lot of violence and slapping bitches. Even the word bitch was even in the song.
Check this out, though. GMT just demonstrated a video, right, where this black man was doing all types of Olympic feats to run away, and yet there was a song in the past called I Shot the Sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. That nigga didn't shoot nobody. He was running like the goddamn chimpanzee he is.
I Shot the Sheriff came from that's a Jamaican song.
My point is
that was
that
Caribbean.
there are
That was
negative
by Bob
connotations.
Yeah, Bob Marley. That was
My point is there are negative connotations that are reinforced more so than positive connotations. That's my point.
in that white
Why
boy
is it
Eric
that
Clapton
we have
stole that
a
song
whole
and
deck
made
of
it a hit.
cards to
Okay?
choose from of negative characteristics about our people, but when it comes to positive images and connotations and phrases and terms and goddamn conversations, for goodness sakes, about our people, we only got like 1 or 2 cards. You know what I'm saying? Like the deck is stacked against us for in terms of a positive image of our people. And we have to do something about that.
Okay, I got something to say about that, but yeah, we got some positive rappers like I mentioned before, Immortal Technique and other rappers like.
you too late.
Hold on, Jada. Hold on, Jada.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
Before I get to what I'm about to say, we have the real one coming through. 99 on the super chat says salute GMT. Thought it was Taz. Now I'm seeing people named Common. I'm seeing people named Nas. I'm seeing people naming Rakim, Lupe Fiasco. Somebody put Gangstar. I'm seeing everybody named rappers. Somebody said Snoop Dogg. They're naming rappers from the 1980s, 1990s.
I give you one, Drake.
Early 2000s.
He's the biggest rapper.
But they can't name rappers of this era.
Drake. I already give you one.
He's
Drake.
not from this era.
Drake is not from this era.
No. It's 2022, not 2007. Yes, he still raps, but he's not from this
So you
era.
want somebody new? Oh.
This era is The Baby, Lil Baby, Lil Uzi Vert, mumble rappers, drill rappers. Nobody's naming today's rappers. They're naming rappers damn near 20, and according to what I'm seeing in the chat, 30, almost 40 years ago.
If you want some positive rap, you got probably go underground rap, man. If you want some real lyrical shit, it's underground.
And there's a reason for that. There's a reason why you have to go underground, because we're being targeted to hate each other.
Well, we already hate each other already. I mean, come on.
Because it's been programmed.
I don't hate nobody, so.
No. I got lists of niggas who I hate. White people, black people, Hispanic people. I don't give a flying fuck. There's a lot of people who I hate. I mean that shit.
Give peace a chance, brother.
No. I'm tired of being disrespected, and it's gonna be some ass chewing that needs. And when I say ass chewing, we're not. I ain't talking no gay shit. Okay. No, we ain't saying no gay shit over here.
I'm not either.
But here's the thing, Mella. I mean, you can't just sit there and make that claim, Mella. When music all over the place.
Believe it or not, I've earned the right to do whatever I choose.
Mella,
don't tell me what I can't do.
I ain't trying to Mella. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
You don't agree, and that's fine.
I don't agree based on if based on what you say, because you go to any genre of music, you find negativity in anything. Like country music today. What is it? Drinking, committing suicide, and my only friend is my goddamn dog that I might be fucking.
Are listening to country music, BJ?
I listen to all types of music.
You preaching, brother. You preaching.
I listen to all types of music, and I hear a lot of negative.
You reaching to win, Big J. That's all.
To win?
You're reaching to win. You consider this an argument, and you're reaching to win, and it's not necessary.
I'm here to.
It's not necessary.
Why? Because
It's
the
not
only thing I'm hearing is
necessary to consider this. It's not necessary to consider this some type of opponent against opponent situation. It's just a conversation, brother. There's no winners. We're just having a conversation.
Hold on, D-Mo said, Big J, you don't have to disagree with the sister all the time. The sister is right. We as black men are responsible for this. I never said that. I disagree on a point. So, I'm just saying.
You know what? This community thing, I think it's both. Black woman, black man.
Yeah, the whole community. Yeah, I'm gonna use that whole word community from now on because some of y'all go.
And where did you get that from?
From homeboy Santos Clutch, because he's the one that he the one coined the term.
You're being programmed to hate, brother.
No, y'all started it.
Why is it that somebody would go out of their way to come up with a word that disassociates ourselves from our moral obligation towards one another? We want to make it something.
Y'all's rhetoric is
but yet you keep repeating it.
Fucking nerves. That's what it is.
Let's stop repeating
I'm gonna
those
keep
things.
on saying it.
Because you want to hate.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on saying it.
I said,
y'all
give
hate
peace a chance. I said, give peace a chance. You was like, no, hell no.
The point is, y'all hate me. Y'all disrespect me. I'm gonna do it back to y'all. I'm the asshole now. Somebody just made a video calling me a bitch ass nigga. You know what? I am one. I'm gonna be the bitch ass nigga on this motherfucker. Y'all ain't gonna like it. I'm the bitch ass nigga.
We have a new panelist. We have a new panelist. If you can respect that. If you can respect that, we have a new panelist.
AC Star.
Yeah, and and action potential. You're right. I am filled with hate. I was on Kelly Ray's channel telling the same damn thing. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of y'all I hate because all I'm hearing is, oh, Big J, why you got this? Big J, this. Big J, this. Why you talking to this person? Why you talking to this person? You shouldn't hang around with this person. I'm like, man, mind your fucking business.
Anyway, the whole mind your business thing. No, I'm serious. I'm gonna address that. The whole mind your business thing. It's curious that people insist on censoring one another. Yet it's under the umbrella of I want to be here, but I want to control everybody while I'm here. That's what mind your business means. Because in actuality, you don't have to be here to listen to people that quote unquote disrespect you. You actually don't have to participate in arenas that disrespect you. But because you choose to do it, now it's turned over to this vengeance mindset to where you want to censor people.
At some point, Mella.
Who are you to censor people?
Mella.
Who are you to do that?
Mella, some point, hammer's going to have to be dropped on something.
Who are you to censor people?
Who I send? I censor. I ain't censor anybody yet. What are you talking about?
Well, that's what mind your own business. That's the undertone of it. Mind your own business.
Hold on.
It's censoring.
You're not comprehending right. When people try to tell me what
is that correct?
Who I've been hanging around with, that's a fucking problem.
If it bothered you so much, you wouldn't be around, brother.
No. I got rid of them. You blocked. That's what happened. Block button.
Okay. Yeah. Next indeed. Right. Yes.
Let's go.
Yo,
Let's go to
GMT,
Black.
what's going on? Peace to everybody on the panel. Hey, yo, GMT, real quick. Like, this is the thing, right? I think what we have to do is when we always had this conversation of what rap music is doing, we always try to blame music, but we never blame the conditions, right? See, hip hop is nothing but a expression of the conditions that a lot of these MCs, a lot of these young people find themselves in. And like a person like you who has those, those supposedly conservative values, and you believe what the conservatives talking about, and you supposedly are,
you know, talking about behaviors and attitudes and things that we do within our culture that's destructive to the culture. But this is coming from a guy who docks people, who have a show where people just fucking go at each other and rip each other's heads off. So your contribution to society is just as detrimental as any rapper. But the thing is, they're talking about the environment that they're coming from and they're following a tradition. Now, the thing is, right, somebody said it earlier, the most of rap music that's bought worldwide is bought by non-black people, right? And when we talk about drill music, things of that nature, those things emanated out of other places. They're listened to in other places, and it's a fad music. How long you think drill music really gonna be around, right? And drill music is not drill music. Don't got people out here killing people. People out here killing people, right? Like, and when people say that, it amazes me. Like, ask the person who shot somebody what he was listening to prior to him shooting him. I bet you it wasn't none of that. I bet you it wasn't. He was probably even listening to none. He was probably listening to some dumbass dude in his hood and his clique telling him to go shoot somebody, right? Tell him, yeah, you need to go body that nigga. You need to go catch that nigga. Now, some of the language that's used in the drill music is nomenclature that they use when they go out into the street and they use their street jargon. But that shit is not really promoting killing and all that within our community as much as the conditions are. See, it's easy for us to blame something that we're doing and criminalize our own behavior and criminalize our culture to appease a white culture, to make the white man feel like, see, look how they behaving because of that hip-hop music. You grew up on hip-hop. If you get up here and you act like you didn't grow up on hip-hop, you full of shit because you play hip-hop music on some of your openings of your show. Now you're saying, well, y'all talking about rappers that were 20, 30 years ago. Listen, I'm not listening to drill music. You ask me what music am I listening to. Everybody listens to hip-hop. Hip-hop is just not germane to a young generation. I still listen to hip-hop. I still listen to CNN. I seen Jadakiss go on the stage and show the world he the baddest motherfucker in the world, right? That's hip-hop to me. Not that drill shit, not all that goofy shit. That's y'all shit. That don't have nothing to do with me, but it's a part of a ever-growing genre, right? Hip-hop music is the #1 genre in the world, globally, right? And it's not based on the fact that it promotes a bunch of violent, crazy music. It's the fact that it's a plethora of different genres, subgenres in the genre of hip-hop, right? So you can pick and choose what you want to listen to. You don't got to listen to that drill music. And the radio stations are only playing that shit because they're white-owned, and those people want to see us kill ourselves. You know what I'm saying? They want to see that shit. Because when the stations was owned by black people, you rarely heard gangster rap. That's why it took rap so long to break into the mainstream, because those black music radio execs wasn't playing that shit. They wasn't trying to promote that in our community. Now, when we talk about people promoting culture and promoting our community, we're talking about what's being fed to us by marketers and advertising. We're not talking about the narratives that we control. The negative images that we see are not us putting out those negative images. It's other entities that control particular media publications to do certain things.
Well, yeah, we know that already.
Well, it's not a point of whether you know that already, because if you knew that, then you wouldn't have went on that elongated thing about music is the detriment of black people and all this, and why you think all of the images are negative and all this and that.
I said that our people are being targeted.
I said
that our people are being targeted, and since we all know that music industry is ruled by people that don't look like us, it is safe to think that we're being targeted by people that don't look like us.
Here's the thing though. AC's right on one thing though, because Fear Channel owns most of the what was black radio station. They bought all the black radio stations. The same clear channel that plays Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, and talk about black people on FM radio station. And where are you black conservatives on that? Because y'all the main ones talking about that bullshit.
And they only bought them because they couldn't compete, because their channels couldn't compete.
Right.
Their rock white channels couldn't compete. Their soft white channels couldn't compete. Their pop culture channels couldn't compete. That's why they bought them.
Right.
Viacom bought BET because 106 in Park was crushing TRL. And the fucking advertisers was like, well, listen, I'm paying all this money to be on TRL, and they getting crushed by some bootleg Chitlin channel down the block that only charged me $50,000 a commercial, and you charging me $500,000 to $1 million on your show, and your show don't have near the ratings as this black teen pop show does. So when we compete and when we have a better product, they come in and buy it and buy us out and put us out of business. And then, like, take for instance, BET.
Or we
We
sell
all
it.
knew what channel BET was when we was growing up, when BET first came around. I
Did you
bet
know
you
they
none of
didn't
us
have
on
to
here
sell it?
has watched BET recently. I bet you
Did
none
you
of
know
us
they
on
didn't
here.
have to sell it?
No, I didn't watch BET in about
Why did they
4
sell it?
years.
They sold it because if somebody put $4 billion on the
Oh,
table.
okay. So we sell our people out. Okay.
What do you mean sell your people out? It's you in business to do business. So if you make a brand and the brand becomes a
We
viable
sell our
brand.
people.
Listen, Mella, you just talking. If you have a brand and the brand becomes a viable brand and someone is willing to pay you top dollar for your brand, something that you created with you and your wife and another dude with $15,000 and an antenna on the side of the Union Station in DC, and you had that one antenna that you pumped to everybody's crib in 1988 and 89, and now it's worth $4 billion. I think I would sell too.
Of course you would. You're that
It's
type.
not about selling out your business. It's
Yeah,
about
it
setting the
is.
legacy.
It is.
It's about setting the legacy and the financial security
When
of
I
your
was growing
family
up,
for generations.
There were many black businessmen who owned fueling stations. Fueling stations. And guess what? They sold their businesses to people that don't look like us. To the point where there were even grocery stores owned by people that look like us. They were sold to people that don't look like us. We sell our people out.
Yeah, but
we don't sell our people out. This is what happens when you talk about businesses like grocery stores and gas stations and things like that.
Name
And
one
listen, come on, mama, you said your point. Let other people have a point. You said your point. Okay, we heard you. We heard you. We heard you.
Where's the black business
Listen,
that's
can I finish saying what I'm
grocery
saying
store?
before you start filibustering and just trying to derail the conversation?
I'll
This
listen.
is the thing. When we talk about filling stations, things of that nature, right? What we have to look at as the trajectory of corporations. Corporations usually came in and bought those filling stations or made them subsidiaries of bigger corporations and things of that nature. Our country picked up. Business picked up. It became more capitalistic. It became more international doing its business. So when it does that, the prices get cheaper. And a lot of times, black people, we're not in on distribution chains. We're because of culture and race. Sometimes
I
distribution
can agree
chains
with that. I can agree with that part. We haven't taken the
Can I
time.
just finish, y'all, and y'all can have it. Y'all been
No,
rocking
the
all night.
distribution chain part is something you could emphasize. That's important.
That's what I was trying to do
Why
before you
don't we
cut me
have
off.
that distribution chain connection?
That's
Why
why that's what I was trying to do before you cut me off. And we're not culturally ingrained or entrenched in certain distribution chains. So when you're not, that means when you go to the market to buy your products and goods, you have to buy at a higher price, which lowers your fucking bottom line, which makes being in business harder. So when we start getting into these, because you can look at the hair industry, other industries that we are the top consumers in, but we don't have the distribution relationship to be a part of it so that the price can be at a certain price for us so we can be competitive in business. That's what I'm learning as I look at black Americans. I see that globally we're not in particular distribution chains in order to take advantage of those relationships to make business profitable for us. And that's the issue.
Why is it?
Well, it's because most of those distribution chains start outside of us, start outside of America, right? Because goods and services and the labor to produce these goods and services are cheaper outside of America. So it's easier for those chains to start outside of America because it's easier for people of other international cultures and ethnicities to do business because they're used to trading like that, right? Most countries, most ethnicities and other races and nationalities are used to trading because they got open markets, fresh veggies. We live in a processed world. America's a processed bunch of plants, chicken plants, this plant, everything is processed. We just really started in the last 20, 30 years of thinking about a gregarian and agriculture-based lifestyle again, bringing in fresh fruits, bringing in fresh vegetables, urban gardens, things of that nature, which really don't take hold. Which really don't take hold the way they should, because they're usually started by older people. And once those people get older, it's harder for them to go out and tend to the garden, and they're not passing it on to younger people. So all the things that will put us in a traditional spot to be in distribution chains, to be more agriculturally based, we lose those because we're in such a processed corporate world. And with that corporate processing and all that shit, everything has to be microwave and fast. Now you have it where people are packaging your food and sending it to you, where you're not doing any work. Oh, we'll send you your fresh fruits and veggies. We'll do this for you. We'll do that for you. You know, just micro and macro niche companies that's willing to go out and do that hard work and create those distribution chains to serve the public. And black people are not in those chains. We're not into nothing, franchises, nothing. We're
Can I
outside
build on that
globally,
real quick,
period, in the
AC?
capitalistic world. We're on the outside looking in. If you look at the Dunkin' Donut chain, this is something that started in Boston with white people and now is owned by majority Indian people. Most gas stations that's no name frill gas stations are owned by majority non-black people, Pakistanis, Indians, right?
Right.
So we're not in the distribution chain globally in order to take advantage of some of the business opportunities around us. And because other cultures are, they take advantage and come in our community and sell this shit or distribute fucked up shit. So we get bad food, bad gas, bad images, because we're not in these particular industries to
What do you
control it.
envision
Hey, Melly,
our
he been here
our
all day.
people?
He got a point. Let me say something to him real quick because you about to go somewhere else. Hey,
I was
AC, it's
talking
one
about
thing
what
that you're
does
not
he
bringing up. Okay, you got it.
envision
You
the
got it. You're
future
right,
to
Melly. You're
be.
right. You're right.
And
You're
we
right.
can complain all day.
You're right, Melly.
What
Yeah,
is
we
the
can,
vision
we
for the
can, we
future?
can. Actually, we can
I'm finna go
potentially.
back down. I'm finna go back down. I want to build on something that AC saying. Let's not lose the point. One thing that AC you not bringing up is a lot of those foreigners are giving those contracts through government subsidiaries. We are intentionally being blocked out by not just the Republicans and Democrats as well. Both of them
You're right.
have international deals that they are making overseas. So even when we see what's going on with Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, they taking family members, associates of friends, hiding behind 501c3s. They going overseas, establishing businesses with foreigners, and the foreigners are bringing their businesses into America, into the urban community, and we're being boxed out. In regards to the music
What's the
industry, the
difference in
music industry,
what I said and what you're saying?
well,
What's the
you're saying
difference?
you said that we don't have distribution services. No, those distribution services start overseas in the form of
That's
government
what I
contracts.
said. What part didn't
That's
you hear?
exactly what you
Well, you
said.
didn't bring in the
What part
government
didn't you
contracts.
hear? That's exactly what I said.
You didn't say that they're built on
I
government
said they
contracts.
started over. What are you talking? That's exactly what I
No, it's
said.
not, bro.
See, that's what's wrong. Like,
Okay,
instead of
well, let
people
me make my
listening,
statement,
they
and then
just want to come and
I'm gonna cut
correct
down.
you and tell you that
Fine,
you
fine, fine,
try to
fine.
tell you
Actually,
that you missed
potential
something.
came up here to
I
one
said,
up you.
I said
You're right.
everything you said, bro.
Bro, you're right.
Everything you said, I said.
You're right. You're right. Now I'm gonna say this,
Everything
and
you
I'm gonna
said,
get
I
off.
said,
Okay,
my
you're right.
brother.
You're right. You're right.
Everything you said, I
Okay,
said.
okay. In argument, I got one thing to say, and then I'm gone. All right.
We on the same
We
team, brother.
agreeing.
I
We
wish you
agreeing. We
realized
are
that one
agreeing.
day.
We are agreeing. AC. We're agreeing. There we go. There's one thing I need to make one statement about. I'm gonna jump down. Music is distributed digitally now. No one buys music. As an artist, as a man who receives paychecks from royalties, I can show you paychecks from music services, SoundScan. Music is rented, leased, and pirated. No one buys music anymore. The music you are listening to is coming from bots, automated services. These artists that you listen to, no one buys music. There are no music stores anymore. No one buys a physical copy of a
I
musical
was referring
composition.
to
Can
how
I
the
speak, Melly? Can
frequency.
I speak, Melly? Can I speak, Melly? Thank you.
Yes, of course you can.
No
Of
one
course.
buys a copy of your musical compositions anymore. You lease it through streaming services, meaning that literally the government has total control of every aspect of your life, even the music you listen to. So you have an artist that can come on through a record label, talk about murder, death, drug distribution, Percocet, Molly Percocet, and then in the same breath say, I got to distance myself from Kevin Samuels because feminism and women's rights, because they have legal corporate deals, legal corporate communication about what's going to be streamed, where it's going to be streamed at, how often, in the form of mathematical numbers, because you got songs in your head right now that you don't even listen to, don't even like, and you keep saying to yourself, why am I singing this song that I don't
Because
like?
they playing
Because
that
you're being
shit over
programmed.
and over and
Because you're being
over and over
programmed.
again.
That's why.
We're being programmed.
Yeah, I think we are being programmed, and I think we're being programmed the most because we're on the outside looking in so much. right? And I think we're the ones who, you know, we're dillying and dallying about our day, and we always want to be distracted by our real life. So it's easy to program us because we're looking for so many outlets to escape our real life. Music is an escape, right? When I listen to music, you know, depending on what I'm listening to, it always takes me to a particular place, a particular time, a particular feeling, right? To escape what I might be feeling presently, or, you know,
And that's where the frequency comes in, brother, because depending on where you escape to will determine whether or not you have a agitating day or a peaceful day.
See, the thing is, I grew up in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. So whatever music I'm listening to, it's gonna uplift me, even if it's CNN, it's War Report, or is because I even if I was doing some foul shit at the time when I was listening to it, it still gave me a sense of power and a sense of connection, right? I stood on something, whether it was negative or positive at that time. So the music won't really promote a bad feeling in me. It'll promote kind of a euphoric
Is
feeling
that
or
right?
nostalgic feeling,
Is
right?
that right?
Yeah,
So
but
the frequency doesn't have anything to
Nah,
do
because I'm not listening to like radio
with
or
it.
anything like that. I'm doing
I'm
exactly
not
what.
talking about radio
Hold on, listen, baby,
frequency.
listen. Let me finish. Let me finish. I'm doing exactly what Action was talking about. I'm either leasing it, streaming it, or I done BitTorrent
That's
it.
not
You know
what
what
I'm
I'm saying?
referring to.
But listen to me, and I understand what you're referring. You're referring to the frequency of the music and the instruments being played.
The
But you got,
tone,
huh?
the tone of the music that's played has altered.
Well, I don't really. I mean, I don't understand what you mean by it's altered because I'm listening to. I'm not just listening to hip hop. I'm listening to R&B. I'm listening to slow R&B. I'm listening to '80s New York style music. You know, James
The
B. Train
standards,
Williams.
right? In music theory, the standards are set by a 432 frequency tone, right? Those are the feel good songs. There was an effort to actually change the frequency tone to something that's more agitated to the vibration inside of your neurotransmitters.
I mean, I'm cool.
It's a
I understand.
neurological
Yeah,
fact.
I understand what you're saying, right? But this is the thing. Like, that's for me. That's a misnomer because I'm listening to I'm listening to the essence of the music. I'm listening to what's being said, the beats, the rhymes. I'm a New Yorker, so I'm listening to the spit. I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm listening to the love. So the tones and all that, like I'm getting more from the music experience than some frequency, right? Like the music really means something to me. Like the War Report really means something to me, right?
Here is the thing though. But how can you say that, Mela, when most hip hop, well, not most, but much of hip hop and rap is sampled music from
Right.
70s,
Produced by beat
Because
machines and all that.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad
No,
you said that.
hold on.
Well, you know what? You ask people a question and then you keep talking.
Yeah, but I'm asking
That's irregular.
Yeah,
That's irregular.
if you ask a
You gotta take
question,
some Metamucil, Big J. That's irregular. You gotta take some
Yeah,
Metamucil.
yeah, Metamucil. Yeah, I'm gonna spread over my. You know what? Let me leave that alone. I'm about to say something out of pocket. Um, the thing is, a lot of the music is sampled from love songs from the 70s and 80s. So
And the
you can't
90s
really
too.
use. You can't use. Okay, if I'm listening to "In the Sheets" by. Hold on, if I'm listening to "In the Sheets" by
Ron Isley.
yeah, by Ron Isley, and somebody took that same beat and made a song that
It's
talking about
not the
I
same
whoop
beat.
a nigga. Yes, it is. It's
No,
sampled.
it's not.
It's sampled. What part of sample you
They
don't get?
purchased the sample. Don't get me wrong. They purchased the sample and they alter it to a different frequency.
All right, check it out, Mela. In some instances, you're right, but let's take a song like Young Guns redid with Hove. They redid one of Luther's songs, right? Um, Come with me, I'll take you home. Like they didn't really alter it that much. They just
That's tempo. That's
that's
different.
right. That's what I was
Tempo
just
is
about to say. They
different
just fast.
than
They just slow.
altering a
They sped up the
frequency
tempo a
of,
little bit. So they didn't.
sound.
So it's
No,
not right. So
sound
they
is
didn't alter
different.
it.
Okay. Yes, whatever. All right.
Okay, well tell you something then. Okay, then let's use Kevin Samuel's theme song. Very good live. Now is that
gotta
song?
mention him.
Whoa.
Big J, I don't know who are more
You
clout chasing,
gossip
you
too
or
much,
RBR.
man.
God dang.
You gossip too much.
No. We talk about music, right? If we take the music that Kevin Samuel played, right, a very good
He's not
live,
a
right?
music artist.
I'm talking about the
You
song,
talking
very
about
good
gossip.
live. If we take that song
You're irregular.
and during the whole program, you hearing the slapping sound as that music is being played. So, you act like though because the song is very 1990s style, R&B type, but the person who's talking along the music is saying something that's anti what the song is saying. You
I
talk.
think the problem is exactly what Psycho Show was about the other day. Black people are worried about what other people think about them, and whenever a particular behavior or a particular thing happens within our community, we're all labeled with it and we're all afraid of that. You know what I'm saying? And so when we talk about drill music, we think because the world is retarded and the world is just dumb as fuck. We think that we're supposed to be responsible for people thinking that all black people are drill rappers and we all gonna shoot and kill and none of us work and we're all lazy. I mean, to still have those stereotypes and those understandings of black people in 2022 just shows you that the world hasn't evolved into understanding what blackness is and who black people are because they don't really give a fuck about us and they see us, they're racist towards us and they see us as cattle and all other kind of fuck shit, right? But they want our culture, they want our swagger and everything else. And all this conversation really stems from what we think others think of us. And we shouldn't give a fuck what they think of us. Because if we dig down in their culture, it's a lot of shit that we'll find abhorrent and apprehensible that we wouldn't want to be a part of and we wouldn't want to associate ourselves with. But we don't label all of them to be that way, right? We don't label all of them
That's
to be fucked up or be the behavior that we may see within their culture. So I mean, that's the conversation that needs to be had. When are African Americans going to be mature enough to tell the world suck a dick?
Hold on,
Like,
AC.
get the
Hold
fuck
on,
out
AC.
our
Hold
face.
on, AC Star. Hold on, Big
why-
J. Hold on, Big J. Hold on, Big J. I want to ask AC Star a couple of questions because he said a lot when he first came on the panel that I really didn't get to address. So I'm gonna ask you a couple of yes or no questions. If you want to expand upon it, you can. Does rap music control how people behave?
No.
You said that record executives who control the industry put people on, give people a platform because they want black people to hate each other.
Yes.
Why would record execs?
No, I didn't say anything about black people hating each other. I said they want the world to stereotype and see black people as degenerates. The whole aim of putting that kind of music on is to scar our image. It's not about controlling us or controlling people. It's about scarring our image. Having people
Exercising hate toward one another will scar our image.
I mean, right, but the hate is only portrayed in the music. The hate is not portrayed in reality on a large scale, right? We're talking about pockets of communities. And like, see, this is the thing. With like a lot of crime that we see out here is about jobs and education and skills and opportunity. It's not about music, right? It's just part and parcel with what they're doing with the music. They're starving us out of society. And instead of us having a conversation about that, we're going to blame each other. We're not looking at the macro picture of what's causing all the dysfunction, causing all the issues in our community, right? We're not
Obviously,
looking
you
at that.
didn't see the guy that was doing the goddamn Olympic track meet in this live stream earlier.
What are you talking about, Mella? What does that have to do with anything? That's one criminal committing a crime, doing what he's doing. Like, I'm not.
He's influenced by janky ass music.
How is the
No,
how
he's
is him
not,
running?
Mella.
What music has influenced him to run? What song is influenced? Hold on, Big J. Hold on, Big J. Like, what song is influencing him to run? What song is playing in his head as he's running, Mella?
something that's not peaceful.
How about
I'm trying to
how?
get away from these white people? And how about it ain't no music playing in his head? How about it just him trying to figure out how to escape a felony, how to escape a charge, or whatever the hell he's trying to escape? What music is playing in his head? Like, think about that. All right, well, hold on. Can we please hold on? GMT is asking me some questions, so when he finishes his query, y'all can jump in and do whatever y'all want.
So there's a song by TK called "Did the Race" in which he's doing what you just explained. He's trying to escape the law.
Okay, there was a song by NWA called 100 Miles and Running. There was like, what are you saying? That type of music flows throughout the genre for decades.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
So when
you're escaping the police, like if you out there on the block, you doing what you doing. The song is only relating to a mindset when you're out there. The song is not the soundtrack to the mindset. The mindset is the soundtrack to the song. The mindset set the song, not the song set the mindset. They're talking about their life experiences. They're not talking about the rap that created their life experiences. They're talking about their life experiences that created the rap.
Mm-hmm. So when you're in a position to run from the police or not run from the police, why are people running from the police?
Because they're trying to elude a charge, my brother. I don't even understand how you don't see that. Like, white people run from the police, so only black people run from the police. White people don't listen to hip hop run from the police. Hispanic people who don't listen to hip hop run from the police. Chinese people who don't listen to hip hop run from the police. Asian people who don't listen to hip hop run from police. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Running from the police is not germane to black people. Running from the law is not germane. We're not the only ones trying to elude capture from the police.
Coach.
We're not the only culture in the world or race in the world trying to get away
I
from
just wanted
police
to tell
capture.
you, I think you may be onto something because I just did a quick Google search, and this just a quick one, and it says rap music is at a very low frequency, and coincidentally, it says low frequency causes irritability. Rock music and even R&B is at very high, much higher frequency.
Yes.
So I ain't saying it's true or not, but I do know when I hear my sons' music, I'm like, nah, y'all can't listen to that. Turn that off. Now, it could listen to other music in the house, but that particular music do make me irritable. And I told them, you got to put on your earbuds. I didn't know it back then.
But that's because you don't probably like that
when
kind
I was
of
like,
music.
no, I can't.
It's just not
and I
for
listen
you.
to rap music, but this new rap music.
Okay,
This new rap music.
Right, but that, I
is
don't
on something else.
It's a neurological fact.
Listen, every generation had a problem with the previous generation or the prior or the next generation.
I'm not saying that.
See, you're making it social.
It may be something.
It's deeper than social. It's in the neurotransmitters, brother.
It is
It's in the neurotransmitters and how they, like bounce off each other, man. It's a neurological fact that those frequencies that happen to be targeted toward our people
it's amazing that
agitation.
It's amazing. It's amazing how hip hop is that. But you can listen to death metal. You can listen to metal. You can listen to punk.
Ain't nobody we talking to black folks, man. You moving the goalposts, man.
You're just screaming because somebody can't agree.
He just trying to win.
Coincidentally,
he don't care about science.
Can't even have
He just
regular
want to win.
conversation. Like, what music makes you like that? What music makes you like that?
Your
What
voice
music are
makes
you
me like
listening
that.
to makes you like that?
You have a lower frequency
What
voice.
music are you listening to that makes you insufferable
No,
like that?
your low
What music do
frequency
you
voice.
listen to that makes you insufferable
Your
like that?
irritability is attaching to
What
me.
am I irritable about? You're the only one raising
Because you
your
want to
voice
be
cutting me
right.
off. I'm not
And
irritable about
you want to be right.
How do I want to be right? We're having a listen. We're having a conversation.
You're bringing up death metal. You're bringing up Caucasian rock groups.
You also brought up music. You also brought up other genres.
Come on, man.
Both of you also brought up.
You're irritable. You're irritable.
Everybody just talk a bunch of bullshit.
You are addicted to that low frequency music, and you're willing to defend it by any means necessary.
Then when y'all bullshit,
he won't even entertain the idea, and that's the sad part. He won't
say,
You brought up
that's
other genres.
interesting.
Listen.
Let me look it up.
The young lady
He won't
came
even
on the
entertain the
panel and she
possibility
presented
of
her.
saying,
She
let me get
presented
back
her
with you.
argument.
Because
Hold
we're
on.
women,
Hold on.
that's why.
Wait. Listen, you can be
I
ignorant
ain't
and
even,
talk
we
over
ain't
me
even
all you
saying
want.
Google
It doesn't
said it.
change what I'm saying.
It ain't even said. Just Google it. The fact that
Listen,
you
that's
won't
not
even
the point.
entertain the
That's not the
idea
point
that
that
it
I'm
could
making.
possibly
What I'm
be
saying to you is
something.
this. It is like there's several forms of
No,
hip
you
hop,
you
of
don't
rap.
even
Rap
know
music is not
what
one style.
frequency
Rap music is not one
is
genre.
rap at. What frequency is rap at?
Miss,
What
first and
frequency
foremost,
is
rap
rap
music
at?
is not one
He's
thing. I
already
don't care.
gone, Cole, because he's
Whatever, man.
biased. That's
Y'all
what I'm saying. He won't even
retarded,
entertain
man.
the idea of
Just
saying,
can't
I
have
don't really know
y'all just
about
don't
it.
have the
Let
intellectual prowess to have
me look it up.
conversations. Y'all just don't have the intellectual prowess to have
Yeah.
conversations. Y'all
But
just lacking.
here is the
Y'all
thing,
just
Koja.
lacking.
Hold on. Here's the thing, Koja. There is a flaw in your argument because
I'm saying I don't know about it. I just Googled it. I'm just saying the idea that you won't even look it up, that you will shut it down
It's not that we
without
won't
even
look it
knowing
up,
about it.
man.
And it's
It's not
coincident
that
that
we won't
rock
look it up,
music.
man. It's not that we disagree with what you're saying. What we're trying to say to you is there's not one style of rap music. They can't just label all
It's
rap
not the
music. Listen, man,
style.
can I
It's
just
not the
finish, please?
style.
Can I finish,
Frequency has
please?
nothing to
Can I
do with the
finish,
style.
please? Can I finish, please? Please, can I finish, please? What I'm saying to you is rap music is a multitude of different subgenres. It is not one music form. It is not one sound. It is not one tone. It is not one beat. It is not. So for them to say it's
It's
low
none of that
frequency
because it
is
has to do
only
with the pitch. It has to
right.
do
But
with the
man,
pitch.
ma'am, do you
It's the
know how many
pitch.
forms
It's
of
not.
hip
You're
hop
right,
there is?
but it has to
Ma'am,
do with the
ma'am, do you
pitch.
know how what
It
pitch,
has
man?
to
There's
do
higher
with the
pitches in hip
pitch.
hop than there is in other genres of music, man. There are lower pitches. There's just not one pitch in hip hop. All I'm saying to you is, yes, there may be a multitude of
It is
hip
a
hop genres.
range.
Man, can
It
I
is
just
a
finish, please?
range, but it's
Like,
still the
God
range of it is on the
damn,
low
God
end
damn,
compared to the range
God
of the
damn.
pitch for rock
God
and
damn,
other
y'all just
genres. The
insufferable.
range,
God damn. God
the
damn.
range of the pitch is at.
You can keep saying the range and
make a
pitch
point.
all you want, but you got to understand something. The range and pitch of what? You know how many different beats? You can listen to 50 different rappers and get 50 different styles of music, beats, rhymes, everything. It is all not the same. You got millions and millions of rappers all over the world. Hip hop is just not one sound. It is just not the shit that your
frequency is
sons is listening
the
to. Ma'am,
frequency is
hip
not the
hop, ma'am,
style.
the
The
frequency changes with
frequency is
every
not the
artist.
style.
Ma'am, I
Quite
guarantee
a
you
few
that the
things can
frequency
have the
changes with
same.
every artist. This is crazy that people can't even relate to the
Frequency is
simplification
not.
that
It's
rap is
not the
not one
things you
thing.
just named.
Excuse
It's
me?
not the things you just named.
What are
It's
you
not.
talking about? It is the things that I
Oh
just
my
named.
God, Koja,
Like, how
here
do
is
you get the sound? You get the
Koja,
sound by the
Koja,
accumulations
but
of all the other
by that
sounds. That's how you get the frequency. By all the accumulations of all the sounds together and what frequency they make when you hear them in unison. That's how you get the frequency.
Koja,
What the
here is
fuck?
hold on, Koja, here is the problem with your argument, right? Because you act like though that music, the tone of music brings out anger in folks, right? Well, if that's the case, how come though the same music is played in areas that people are normally happy at?
The same music is actually not played in areas that people are happy in. Because
According
to
to
be
what?
honest, those
Okay,
when you go in, I ain't never heard. I ain't never. Let me say this here. I ain't never heard mumble rap in the elevator, at the mall,
Hold
or
on.
anywhere,
We're
or
not
any
talking about we're
bathroom,
not
or
talking about
any
we're not
place.
talking about the elevator. We're not talking about the elevator that you
That's
putting out. No, you're putting out a non-secular argument. Here is what I'm talking
no.
about. Allow me to finish because what I'm talking about is cannot listen to American hip hop, but you got people listen to American hip hop in Africa or in the Caribbean. They don't have the same issues. So when you say that, hell, I don't know, man. If y'all listen to the Koreans, hold on, Koreans listen to American hip hop. They don't have the same crime issues and irritability as we do. So
And
so
BK,
like
but
so like
China won't let. But China won't let
It
hip hop in
clearly
this country.
says The frequency of stuff affects your mood. It clearly, I don't say that. And rap originated in the United States, so we are the biggest creators of it.
Have you ever EQ'd a song?
I'm just saying frequency affects mood, and you can do it. Don't even have to be frequency of music. It could be any sound. When there's certain frequencies affect your mood, regardless of where it's coming from.
Has never EQ'd a
certain
song.
frequencies affect your mood. Now, that's scientific. That ain't got nothing to do with me, regardless if it's coming from rap or sound of a horn or anything. Certain frequencies affect mood, and higher frequencies tend to be more relaxing and lower frequencies more irritating. That's not me. Now, you take the music out of it, but if that freak is the
Jesus. Yeah, but it's global. That's the point. The point that coach is missing. That's global. It's global. So if you listen to, I went to Austria. I'm listening to Austrian rap. They have the same beat, the same.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah. I hear you now.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna say this real quick because I gotta go. Both Amela and Coach Malik are just talking outside their neck. No genre of music has an individual frequency. Songs have frequency. Instruments play at different frequencies.
Yep.
When you mix a track down, whether it's a drum, a guitar, or piano, you have to blend frequencies. And then you have to take the vocals. Is the person really loud? Are they really soft? Do they have a harsh voice? Do they have a nasally voice? And then you put those in your ear, meaning that it sounds good, but the sound is unpleasant. Context. Each individual song has to be EQ'd to the proper frequency of the human listening ear. Your response to the music is your individual response.
Facts.
Do any of you guys listen to lo-fi hip hop on YouTube?
Fuck no.
I mean, well, I'm saying, it make you go to sleep. I never. That music don't make me want to kill people.
Right.
Never heard of it, Busta Free Jones.
Yeah, it's some chill music. It make you go to sleep or chill. Yeah, them two broads just yapping their mouth.
To say who buys it the most. I'm gonna say something too. Why we having this question is since Mela and Koja Malik is not here. If y'all go to white towns, they play hip hop music. Okay, stop the cap. All right, you know this whole idea that black men is making black men irritable and they want to self-hate. Stop the bullshit. That tells me y'all don't go outside of y'all's 10 square block. You know, y'all need to go around this motherfucker. Okay? Damn. Same old fucking argument. I'm like, come on, you know what it is.
Ain't they white lovers that listen to country music and
man, listen,
rock kill people too?
listen. Yeah. What country western? Yeah, Nice Charm is right. Listen, there are some country western bars that play hip hop music. Well, I mean, come on. I mean, y'all got to travel. Some of y'all gonna have to travel. You know, saying this stupid bullshit. Let me say something too while we having this conversation. If we listen to country music, guess what they talk about over there? Committing suicide because the bitch left me. Oh, I want to drink all my problems away because the bitch left me. That's all you hear in country music. But you don't hear Mela or Coach Malik talk about the frequency of those songs in country music. Johnny Cash made a song talking about shooting a bitch. He even said the words, "When I shoot down that bitch down." And that's a 1967 song called "Escape from Tulsa Prison." So I don't want to hear nobody talk about black people. Hip hop makes black people violent.
Hold on, Big J. I do gotta make this point. You may be right. Country music, hardcore metal music, it may influence other cultures to do things and commit crimes. However, in the black community, rap music is influencing and encouraging certain individuals to commit crime. And
stupid motherfuckers.
And we're focused in on the community.
Oh, name a current country music song saying that. Oh, okay. Here's one. There's one about 10 years ago called "Have You Forgotten." Now everybody, the song sounded so sweet, but the song.
No.
Check this out, right?
Miller, let BJ talk,
To
man.
the best of my ability, I swear I'm trying to get along with you brothers, right? And what I came to realize is that a message from a man to a man is more impactful than a woman to a man. I get it. It's not a problem. What I will offer you is some perspective that I just looked up to somebody that you may respect more than me. I put the link in the back chat. It can be reviewed for fair use or just for your own personal entertainment or enlightenment. I appreciate the fact that you brothers let me did effort to know you're not going to take our insights seriously. And I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to talk down to you. I'm just here to give you something to think about so that we can have intact families in the future. That's all I'm doing. That's it.
If you really want intact
The link is in the back.
If you're serious, stop talking about it on YouTube. Just do it in real
The
life.
link is in the back.
Thanks.
Hey, Big J. Big J.
Yes. Yes.
I heard you talking about with country music and stuff, right? You know.
Right.
And I used to hang out little bars like that. Now, Hank Williams got this song called Family Tradition, right?
Right. Being drunk and fighting and everything else in that song.
Yeah. What? Now, how it go? Hank, tell me, why do you drink? Why do you roll and smoke? Hold on. He got one more. Why do you live all the songs that you wrote? Now, that could be considered gangster.
Mm-hmm.
Get drunk, get in that smoke, living the lyrics of the songs that you wrote.
Right.
Can we focus on?
You see what I'm saying?
Or what?
No, hold on.
No, don't move the goalposts. Don't move the goalposts.
It was already moved.
Now, what black?
It's already moved.
No. See,
you was moving the goalposts.
you know, when people start taking accountability for their actions,
You know what?
things will change.
There goes another black YouTube talking point. Let's talk about reality, okay?
That is reality. Taking responsibility for your actions.
The reality is there is a man that was filmed from a helicopter doing Olympic-style track meet running activities, and he could have utilized his skills for something better than crime. What drove that man to crime?
Poverty.
No.
Need.
No. That's not what drove him to crime.
What?
What drove him to crime is his ill-minded thinking process. Something. And I suggest that what contributes to that something, hold on, what contributes, born saying, damn, I can't wait to be a criminal. No, what they do is they make decisions throughout their lives. What is it that made that man decide to be a criminal?
Criminals because they want to become criminals, or
and why do they want
or they're in desperate positions.
Look, man, look. You know what? Talk about moving the goalposts. Talk about now and accountability. Are you saying no? There are people that are in quote unquote desperate and destitute situations had enough wherewithal to name brand truck. Like, what is it at his youth that made him decide to become a criminal? Stop making excuses.
How about ask him? How about ask him?
No. How about we use your word accountability? How about we talk about what it is we can hold people who are criminals accountable for?
Miller, you hear the gender war. We're not here to gender war. What you're doing is a backdoor the gender war.
I'm discussing what was on the live stream. I'm not talking about anything other than that.
Yeah, she's asking you why won't you hold the individual accountable
GMT,
for the
they're
choices he made?
They're
What
freaking ignorant.
Hold on. What did I say? Ask him, because we don't know what he, we know he made a choice, so it's all on him. So what is there to talk about?
Our proposal, my proposal would be something that you can't accept, because all you want to do is go to sleep at night knowing you won an argument against the woman. That's all you want to do.
Wait a minute, stop. Hold on, time out. Because you're a woman? Really?
That is a neurological, scientific.
Let me ask you this question, Big J Triple X. If you ask him why he committed his crime, and he gives you a reason,
it's not because you're a woman. It's because
take a woman seriously. I put a link in the back chat that a narrative in line with what I'm saying is from a man. Okay?
Right now.
No,
it's so fake,
it's
Melly.
about
Hella
10
fake,
minutes.
man.
Big
Get this gender war shit out of your system.
Big J. Hold on, Big J. Hold on,
I'm
Big J.
a woman. I don't got time to hear that shit.
Hold on, Big J. She's not trying to gender war you. She's trying to ask you, if you ask this individual why he committed the crime that he did, and he gives you a reason that points to a bigger entity other than himself, are you going to be okay with him blaming poverty, white supremacy, or whatever excuse he did for committing the crimes that he committed? When there's people when there's people in the same situation who aren't committing crimes, and they're in the same position.
Hold on, based on
exactly.
Hold on, based on what I see.
Talk about the duality of it all.
Man, I'm trying. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to answer this question. God damn it. Damn. No, the question is no. I will not accept what comes out of his mouth based on what I see. He doesn't deserve. Now, if it was somebody trying to feed his baby, he got a baby and he had to break in the store to feed his baby. Now I will defend that. But if you out there stealing and doing all this other crazy shit for your own self, I'm not gonna blame society. I'm gonna blame.
Why would you defend it if he was doing it to feed a baby, considering there's other people who have babies who have to feed their baby and they don't commit crimes?
Because he's trying to save and feed his own is not out of selfishness, is what I'm saying.
But
if you're doing it trying to feed a family, I can't. I'll ask him sympathy if he's doing it. If that's a man or a woman doing it.
But this is the problem.
I have compassion for that.
But this is the problem, Big J. If he commits a crime feeding a family and he gets arrested, he's no longer in a position where he could feed that family.
And I understand that, Grandmaster Troll. But the point is though, I will have sympathy if a person is committing a crime in order to feed a family, his or her own children.
GMT, can I put a caveat on that?
Go ahead.
Okay, in 1994, I was in Chicago. There was a woman that came into a grocery store. The store was called ShopRite.
Mm-hmm.
She sat down in the middle of the aisle after she got all of whatever she had. She had her 3 kids. They were sitting in the middle of the aisle eating. Security called the police, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told the police officer, look, they could add up everything that she got, bag up whatever she didn't eat already. I'll pay for it. Don't take that woman to jail. That woman is in a bad situation. If you get to the point that you're going to go into a grocery store and sit down and start opening stuff up, so that's a serious situation. So from what Jay was talking about as a feeding your family, about they had to feed their kids. They out here serving whatever drug is the popular one today. And they wearing Jordans and Gucci belt and all this. No, that's not necessity. That's not feeding your family. That's some whole other shit.
Right.
Okay. GMT, what I placed in the back is from another content creator, and I don't know if you want to review it later or now in the event as fair use, but it kind of clarifies from a man's perspective what I was referring to.
Mm-hmm.
And so the reason why I didn't put it in the chat room is because I didn't want people to be distracted from this broadcast. That's how considerate I am. And I want credit for that.
Oh,
Hold on. First of all, I don't.
Yo, I'm planning on updating Windows 11 soon.
What are you saying? You have access to the video to share? What are you saying?
I'm trying to update my stuff on give me a Windows 11 soon, but go continue.
Oh, you were thinking out loud? I mean, just the endurance and the just what it took to actually complete that stunt. Anything. He has the athletic, and it's just the waist. And I want to know where that waist comes from. Where is it that it comes from where a person is physically and athletically superior and they choose to use those gifts for crime? Where does that come from? You know? That's the question.
Well, I can't answer that.
I'm gonna go to Uncle Ruckus and I'm gonna shut this one down because
Sorry,
I'm
I'm not
having
gonna answer that,
computer
Melo.
problems. Uncle Ruckus, it's on you before I
We're
shut it.
waiting for your enlightenment, Uncle Ruckus. Nice to meet you. I guess there's just technical difficulties all over the place. All right.
Yep. So I'm gonna shut this one down. I want to thank everybody for coming on and all the people who support it. I'm gonna see what's wrong with this computer and fix this green screen to make it look better. I should be live tomorrow or maybe
At
on
what time?
Tuesday.
All right. Enjoyed you and thanks for having me. Bye, everybody. Good night and peace.
Peace. Uncle Ruckus, you came up on another device, I assume. You there? Still not there, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut this one down.
I'll see you next time. I'm out.
Alright. Peace.
Last thoughts?
Nope, I'm frozen again.